Commentary here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Real talk. Let's go. Agree, disagree. A2D Radio, live from the Real Talk Studios. Every Sunday that we're brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make him yours. Gibson Mayer LLC. Find on the web, GibsonMayer.com. We're back, baby. It's been a while. I mean, I know the boys did a show 2 weeks ago, but for the big cat, it's been about 3. Feels good to be back with the family.
I think it's been
Greg,
a month.
I see you all the time, but it feels good to be back with the other part of the family.
I think it's a month.
It might have been a month.
I think it's a month.
It's been a long time.
I think it's a month.
Whatever.
Hopefully you weren't getting paid this past month. You know, took a month off.
I never pay myself anyway. I pretty much do it all for free.
Sure.
I'm a man of the people. I'm doing it for free.
Publicly traded. You're like the Packers of humans.
Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Mwakvik, Robbie Pope on the ones and twos. Your questions, comments, concerns about anything out there. Obviously, if you're over on the YouTube side of things, subscribe, Facebook, follow, Instagram. You know what to do as well. These are common sense things, but we got to tell you to do. That's what people do. All right? We're going to be answering your questions as well. Phillies first half recap we'll touch on later on in the show. Manny Machado was essentially a handshake agreement to come to Philadelphia. That didn't happen. Obviously went to the Dodgers. But we'll talk about the Phils, the trade deadline, and things that we think we need to do in the next 9 days to not only win the division, but get into a playoff matchup and win one. You know what I mean? So that's things we got to talk about. Chase Utley, a Hall of Famer. Talk about that in the second segment. Remembering Chase Utley is how we're starting this one, boys. Poll question brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find on the web, scanzanosports.com. What is your favorite Chase Utley moment from his career, boys? World Effing Champions. First MLB hit, being a grand slam. Harry to K. Chase Utley, you are the man. Defensive play, Game 5 World Series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. ATD Radio is where you can find us. Let's fucking go.
I mean,
I think that's where my answer is, too.
Listen, not being a play, I mean, that's a tremendous moment for me. You know, in what, you know, it capped a tremendous run, and what a, you know, he was hammered, and just, you know, at the end of the parade, it was fantastic. So it was just a culmination of that whole year. It was just summed up by him being him, you know what I mean? But for me, it's a defensive play because it just shows who he was or who he is as a player, and just so smart. The instincts, you can't teach it. It's off the charts. It's the intangibles, right? It's not in the scouting thing. It's not a 2 to 8, right? In the robot, you know, the robot chart that they give you, you know, that ain't on there, right? Heart, nutsack, intelligence, IQ, instincts ain't on there, and you got to have them, man. It's unbelievable. Too many guys try to be a hero ball, and try to throw that ball across their body, make a play. When he went back pocket, I got a doucher making a wide turn. There it is. So, I mean, for me, it was awesome.
You know what's funny going about that play, though?
I don't got Greg.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to hold on.
Am I there?
I think so.
I think I got you now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Go
got
ahead.
these three. Go ahead.
Are you
So,
here?
The great thing about that play and what you're talking about instincts is, you know as well as all of us do, you can't teach that.
Nah.
You try and teach those things in a practice, and the kids look at you like you have 7 heads. Because they're like, why do you do that? When's that ever going to happen?
Yeah, if the guy being baseball smart,
it's
you
just
can't.
pure instinct.
Yeah, if the guy being baseball smart and
Yeah, you just cover it. You know, we do a Robbie Cano play, you know, near the end.
Yeah.
Robbie Cano up the middle, and then we'll do a glove flip too. You know what I mean? So it's just stuff that you hope that when the time comes, you know, like Joey Wendell the other night. I mean, what a play for the Rays.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys saw that. I mean, it's insane.
But even big, you know, even part of that, you know, that he didn't mention was just the fact that he loves getting hit by pitches. That tells you a lot about a guy. You know what I mean? The Mets slide,
just hard-nosed. Not trying to hurt guys, but, hey, you're taught – you're taught to go in hard at second. You know what I mean? Like that's the generation we grew up in.
First off,
it's different than this generation. The generation we grew up in.
That was for their life.
Yeah.
Granted, it wasn't a Philly play, but that was for the Dodgers' life.
I'm just talking
He's
about.
got to break that play up.
He's got to break it up.
That's his job.
I mean,
that should be on there.
Like I said, the fact that he gets hit by a million pitches and loves it. You know what I mean? He absolutely loves it because he's just a guy who's not about. He doesn't care about all the rest. He cares about winning. And that's another reason why we broke the curse that was going on for so long.
I believe his comment was, I don't not like it.
Yeah, that's a play. That's a play where MLB changed the rules. Like the Buster Posey play. You know what I mean? So there's just certain
Pussy play.
Yeah, exactly. The whole thing is the whole
But there's guys
the whole thing is pussy baseball. But the rules are changed because of that play.
Listen, there's guys out there that don't really give a shit about the dub and the L. Right, I mean, because they'll go to sleep good because they went 2 for 3 or 3 for 4, and they're going to sleep fine because they know this is coming. There's plenty of them guys, not only just in baseball, but all around sports, so that don't worry about all that. So the more guys, especially in today's era, that you can get that care about
they're
column,
invested.
They're
invested in winning.
And winning.
Yes.
And that changes a whole culture and everything. Forget all the toughness and all that. That changes a lot. But what do you guys got for the poll question? What's your favorite Chase Utley moment from his career?
I mean,
and anything goes.
That's a good one.
And there's a bunch of
world
others. Champions.
We were there.
I mean,
we were there.
Yeah, that's the best.
I was holding you. We were there.
We were there.
We were there.
We were there. I'm going to go with, even though it's like a series of plays, the Chase Utley, you are the man.
Yeah.
I think it starts with him. It starts with him gapping one, and then he scores on a fucking pop up, right, or whatever from second.
Yeah. He's on second base and he scores on like a.
But it starts with him gapping one to score 2, and then it's like you said, it's like a comebacker to the pitcher, and he scores from second. Just keeps going, and then I mean that just epitomizes him as a player because that's what he was. He was a grind. He not only was extremely talented, but he was a grind out, do everything you can to win, and it's the reason that he's probably the favorite player for pretty much almost everyone that's my generation of baseball. That was a Phillies fan.
Absolutely.
He's your favorite player, and for a reason, because he's the man.
Yeah, and
absolutely
to watch it to this day, it still exists. I mean, I got the MLB package. I see all these games. I mean, the other night he's in late. Guy hits a laser to left and he scores on it easy.
Yeah.
Easy. I mean, and I'm like, you're hanging it up. I know it's time to go. The body tells you it's time to go. But I mean, he wasn't coming around third, like, he plays with his hair on fire. You know what I mean? Great secondary. He wasn't just lollygagging around.
Oh, yeah.
He plays the game right.
Plays the game the way it's supposed to be played. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And it's obviously a lot of it probably is because the Dodgers have a lot of young talent.
Yeah.
And so he might be getting phased out anyway, but they were going to keep him the rest of this year.
Yeah.
That's a given.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the World Effing Champions. I was there. I was standing. We were across the street from the punter statue, so we were right at the end. Yeah, you're right. They're all hammered. We're hammered. And we didn't get we didn't get into the stadium, so we were still sitting in the parking lot.
If you weren't hammered, check your goddamn pulse.
My favorite Halloween ever.
My birthday was the next day. It was the greatest birthday present ever. And you're just like, you hear him say it, and the radio couldn't bleep it out. The TV couldn't bleep it out.
Nobody bleeped it out.
And you were just like, yeah. It was so awesome.
Just a regular dude, In a beanie, just like a guy next to you at the bar.
And then the Comcast just does that special, and he goes, "No, I meant to say it. Yeah, I'll say sorry just to say sorry, but no, I meant it."
Yeah.
He should have said, "Sorry, I'm not sorry." Is what he should have said. It would have been even better. And I thought that special was weak, by the way. It should have been way better.
You didn't like it?
It was all right. It should have been better. Like the 93 one where they didn't even win it is better.
Yeah.
By far. Watch 93 one and get pumped up. You get chills.
Oh, yeah.
That 08 one was
those guys are a bunch of hooligans, though.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true, but still, they didn't even win it, and that one's a fucking
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one's great. That's the best one ever.
By far.
It's not even close. I mean, you got a bunch
special
of guys
humans.
there are special
There's some
humans.
special humans there.
I mean, there's some guys. I mean, look at Lenny.
High
now.
hopes.
I mean, look at Lenny.
Called
Look at
high
Lenny. Could you imagine, a 24-pack from Lenny and what you're getting from him?
I mean, you got Lenny, Croc, Hollins,
Danny Jackson.
Fucking
5, 6
savage.
o'clock, they're
Dutch.
still in the clubhouse. There's
Dutch.
guys that loved being around each other, and the extracurriculars. So don't get me wrong, But I mean, talk about it. Just baseball guys and just loved it. You know what I mean? It's like 6 a.m. They're still in there.
They didn't ever.
They're not playing chess. Don't get me wrong.
But
there's adult beverages.
They're playing.
Flowing, baby. But I mean, it's 6 a.m.
They didn't leave the vet.
Guys would come in and be like, "The fuck, these guys are
They're
still
like,
here?"
what am I going to go home to my
4 or
wife?
5
It's not like-
What am I going home to my wife? Sweet.
It's not like Carson working out at 4 a.m. when
No.
you walk in. It's a guy like there's 5, 6 guys living there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Just living in the vet.
Yeah,
Like,
Lenny's
you really
like,
living in the vet?
Lenny's like, I'm waiting for my juice. It's chilling in there.
Guy never came. Guy
Waiting
never
for my
came with it.
cycle. The cycle guy. I'm waiting for him.
So we got a lot of family. Before I give mine, we got a lot of family chiming in. KJ Sobolewski. Hope I got that right. Hope they have a Chase Utley night. Have you all heard anything yet? I don't think you're going to hear anything until
probably
next
next
year.
year.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume if he really does retire,
And it's a 10-day
I feel like
1-day contract.
I feel like next year, even though other guys have retired before him that haven't gone up there yet, I think next year you got to go right. You got to go right to the Wall of Fame next year.
Yeah,
if
make
he
it quick.
retires, first year. Like next year should be Chase Utley Wall of Fame.
Well, it'll probably
And it should be the
probably
1
do a
day.
weekend.
You should do the 1 day sign, retire as a Philly.
Oh yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Keep it a weekend.
You
Make
could
it a
probably
Friday,
get a-
and like you said, make a weekend out of it.
You could probably get a weekend to put 4 of them in. Howard.
Nah, but they do every year though.
Victorino.
They do one a year. They're not going to do that. Because first off, you got now that these guys are retiring, you got like 4 set up that they're easy. For a little bit there, we were grasping at straws for a little bit.
Yeah, we were
trying to
throwing guys
find
against
guys.
the wall.
We
Well,
were
you
trying
got-
to find guys for
You
a little
got
bit.
5 easy.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Howard Worth, Rollins, Victorino.
I don't know if they're easy.
I don't know
But
if
they were
Worth
good
makes it.
Phillies. They were good. I mean,
He wasn't here long enough. I love Jay Worth. Don't get me wrong. You got Rollins, you got Utley, you got Howard. Guarantees.
Yeah.
Probably Sugar Shane as well. He was here maybe long enough.
Yeah, he's
But
going.
you figure Chooch is also a guarantee. So you got 4 or 5 that are givens coming up for the next few years.
Crum said, Chase Utley, you are the man. That iconic call has summed up his entire career. Has to be that. And he said, I miss Harry. Yeah, we all do.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, man.
Especially what we got on there now. Edwin Gross. Chase is the what is he saying? He's hard-nosed dude, left everything on the field every night. Should have been an MVP. Bullshit. Why does it never come up? Bullshit. Look at it. See what that does? Getting hit in the hand. He should have been MVP. Bullshit that he got hit in the hand.
Oh, that
so
one,
he's just
yeah,
saying
yeah,
how
yeah.
hard-nosed he is. He's everything, everything you want in a player. Jim Brannigan says his first career hit as a Philly.
Granny.
Which is the granny.
Granny.
Special moment.
Sprints around
Oh
the
yeah,
bases.
literally under 2. I mean, I don't think Carl Lewis could have caught him.
Mike,
that is respect
yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
what's Mike Parker saying?
For
You're
17
not,
years.
Yeah, you're not big enough at that point to be trotting.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's why we're talking about there's difference between frauds and guys that do it the right way. That's 17 years or 18 years of doing it just like that. All right. There wasn't glimpses of it. He didn't take a pitch off. He didn't hit 500. I mean, we all we know how much failure is in this game, right? But one thing you can't you can't teach is effort and heart, and he played hard all the time, and he played like with his hair on fire. You know what I mean? Where guys have stretches where they show like the little false hustle, we like to call it. You know what I mean? Fake hustle. Save that shit for people that don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Bryce. We know Bryce.
Yeah, we know Bryce well. So does Pat Bun. But the thing is there was nothing fake about him. There really wasn't.
No.
Parker says hard-nosed player, no wrong answer. I like them all, but I really like his hit by pitches and how he wiped the inside line out of the batter's box so he can get what did he say? Get rich, and then just I can't see the rest of it.
Get right on it.
Yeah, whatever. But he says
Get
he loves
right
that he
on
gets
it.
hit by pitches. Ryan Brodo.
Brodo.
I can't see that one either. Favorite moment.
What's going on?
Look at it. Anytime it's
Stop
like
clicking on the thing. Just
How
read
you
it first.
favorite moment, the
Oh,
defensive
that's-
play
I
from
got
Game 5 of the World Series. It was his typical Chase Utley, and in one play, it perfectly summed up the type of player he was. And
Brodo.
Robert, what's that?
Bro.
Lombardi?
Doe.
Can't even scroll. Something's up with this.
You having issues.
I'm having major issues with this new one. There we go. Robert Lombardi, don't miss Harry. Grow up, Rob. Nobody likes that.
Hope you get hand, foot, and mouth, Rob. heard it's
Harry?
going around the Mets.
How do you
He's a Mets
listen
guy.
to this current
He's a
guy?
fucking mutt. That's why.
I don't care, but how do you listen to this current group and not miss Harry? As a baseball guy.
Well,
He's
because
not a baseball guy. He's a
obviously,
mutt.
yeah, he's obviously telling you what he is.
Touche.
You know what I mean? He's telling you what he is, Greg. I mean,
No,
you
I
can't-
said touche
you
because
can't-
I'm with you.
Like,
It's the Ron Darling, Keith Hernandez guy.
it's not like it's picking guys out.
Lombardi was the second spitter. Have you ever seen that Seinfeld episode?
The Magic Loogie.
Kyle Meager saying the third base play, the defensive play, game 5, best one. What else we got? I missed a bunch when I got out of here. Sean Spielman, favorite Chase moment, Grand Slam. He set the tone. First ballot, Wall of Famer, which is spot on.
Touché.
The Wall of Famer.
Yes.
Dan McGuckin says, "What up, Danny? Inside the park homer against the Giants." Another good one. I mean, the list. And listen,
he had a 26-game hit streak.
The list with all of them too. I mean,
the Mets corner.
The group of players, right? You talk about Pat. There's tons of memories with Pat. Good, some bad, some in between, some nightlife conversation. I mean, there was plenty there, right? Jimmy, there were some bad, there were some hustle situations, some issues there. But overall, there's tons of great memories on Jimmy. Howard, I mean, you can go down a list of great memories just in the postseason with him.
Yep.
All of them. Hamels. I mean, that whole list, because when you win the whole damn thing, it creates even more of them memories. But for these guys, even if they didn't, there would have been a ton of memories just with that group of guys regardless, on just big plays, big spots. What we did to the Dodgers every year, stuff like that. That was fun.
Stairs.
Okay,
Stairs.
They won Manny. They won the Manny thing.
Into the night.
Great.
Stairs.
That was a great call too.
Stairs.
The
Stairs
first time
is,
ever.
Jonathan, don't
presser.
throw that shit in there, Jonathan.
His presser, he
Don't
comes
throw
in,
that
he
in
goes,
there.
all you do is you come in and get your ass hammered by guys, and you're just like, oh, hey, Matt.
Don't come in there with that, Broxton.
Yeah, right. He hasn't been right since.
We used to chew that Broxton up.
Yeah.
You had the one Rollins the following year,
Yeah.
and they gave that perfect.
What was Rollins?
That was the
double.
double.
The Goodfellas.
double.
So they gave they made that little thing where it's like him hitting the double, and then it goes to the Goodfellas scene where it's like Jimmy smacking the wall. Oh my God, fucking perfect.
After they just round Latanza.
Yeah. Jimmy, you sons of bitches.
Ray's in the shower. Uncle Ray, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, we owned them. We owned them all every time we played them. But
it sucks because he wasn't a Philly at the time, but just because I'm an Utley guy, I'll still like it. So he breaks the dude's leg and then comes up the first time they meet. The next year, and fucking what's called throws at him, gets thrown out of the game, and what's Utley proceed to do? Homer is next to it, bats. Eat a dick, Mets. Love it.
So I don't know if you guys are going to agree with this one, but Sean Spielman says Chase underperformed in the playoffs more times than not. Not even up for debate. His career playoff average was 50 points below his regular season.
Had a phenomenal World Series, the one World Series where no one else showed the fuck up.
2009, he had 7 home runs in the World Series.
And no one else showed up in that series.
But he says, love Chase, but Jimmy Rollins, Ryan Howard, and Hamels outperformed Chase. That's why his name is Saint Chase, never do no wrong. That is true. I mean, I love Chase, and this is a remembering Chase night, but let's be real. He could do nothing wrong. Even when he was struggling, that's fine. There's certain players that when they play hard in this city,
that's what it is.
That guys are going to have to
That's how it is. Play hard then.
But that being said, people acted like Ryan Howard didn't play hard. I'm not talking about Jimmy Rollins. People acted like Howard didn't work out hard, didn't work on his craft hard, didn't care hard.
We were just upset that Howard couldn't lay off a fucking outside slider to save his life. That's all we were worried about.
Yeah, well, that's true. But there was more than that. I mean, where he would be getting crushed.
It's always about money. You understand? And
no, I'm talking before.
When you're talking about blue collar guys. I know, but still, it's $25 million a year. So
before the money.
Same thing with Burrow. I mean, Burrow got paid. You'll take 30 and 100 any day of the week right now. If your left fielder showed up, knocked on your door as a manager, and you said 30 and 100, come on in, Pat. Yeah, come on in, right? But it was just, he made big time money back then and hit 220, and the people were like,
well, yeah,
this guy's out chasing tail.
That's the current debate with Santana.
You know what I mean?
Santana's on that current clip that he's going to approach those numbers, and you're like, 25 million, okay. But people are like, oh, he's only batting 206, but they don't see the other stuff.
Yeah, I don't care about batting average. I mean, you can't bat 210.
No, you can't.
But if you bat 250, 240, which is his career numbers, which I think he's going to end up getting to, you hit 30 with 100 RBIs and you got a good on base percentage and you play good first base, I'll pay you whatever you want. I don't care.
But my point about Howard was before the contract, when he was just he was probably through a couple year stretch one of the most feared guys who came to the plate. Sure. I'm not saying the most, but one of them.
Especially in August.
Especially in August and September when he got going, and you knew that. And him and Jimmy was the same way. Yep. When August came, Jimmy and Howard said, "Let's go." They all did. They all hit better in the second half. But before he got paid, he was a guy who, if we went through a funk, it was like the end of the world. He didn't work on this, he didn't work on that. When it was the opposite for Chase. So there's truth to that. But yeah, once he got the contract. and then the Achilles and never coming back.
Don't let the Giants fucking fan ruin the night. Fuck you, Spielman. We're not talking about that shit. Giants fan fuck. Giants go 6-10 this year. Have fun. Saquon hurt week 3. Marion will be crying. Don't worry.
Oh, he's talking about Saquon now. Look how you spun it. You crumb.
Look
how you spun it into a Saquon deal. Nobody cares. 4 years, $31 million.
Oh, me?
No, him.
No.
Oh, he did too?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what the fuck? What's going
Well, I
on?
was reading his when you were saying, so I didn't even hear what the hell you said. James Wilder said dinging homers for a chip. I guess that's his favorite memory of Chase. And I don't know what Drew's referring to. He said most players do that. Higher pressure plus better pitching equals lower averages.
In
the
playoffs.
playoffs. In the playoffs.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
we're not talking about. I mean, I don't have them in front of me. But we're not talking about 150 or something like that. You're talking about. Spells is saying that it's 50 points lower, and that's fine. I'm sure you looked it up. So, but we're not talking about 140, 130 or something. What are we talking about here? So, I don't know.
F-Team says first hit in the majors grand slam over on the YouTube. No, that's just another person who loves the granny. I still haven't answered what my favorite one was.
Yeah, what is
throughout the answering all the comments.
Us.
Well,
A lot of these millennials think that Barry Bonds is the best ever, and take a look at his playoff stats. Let me know how they go.
He disappeared. He
You
disappeared.
understand? So,
Was this pre or before Ethiopia?
I think it's even.
Both.
I think it's even.
Because those Pirates team were actually pretty
Even
good,
Hot Dog
really
Neck.
good.
He only had one good year, even when he had Hot Dog Neck. He had eight homers, and they couldn't get it down. They couldn't cut it down.
They lost to the Rally Monkey.
Yes, sir.
Hot dog neck.
I tell you what, he had some phenomenal. We're not talking about Bonds.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck that he took steroids at all. They were all taking steroids. Dude, you couldn't get the dude out.
No.
And if he threw a pitch outside the plate, he just walked. 212 walks, something like that? It's fucking insane.
Well, we talk about it all the time. When McGuire and Sosa got cute, and he's like, "Dude, I'm better than both of you." Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
And he came to camp looking like a superhero. Like, who is this guy? What do you got? 42 hat sizes?
Yeah.
I mean, who is it?
What-
People are like,
what do you
"Dude,
have,
I need
what do you
ID."
have,
Like,
480
I
on
guarantee
base?
people in the clubhouse like, we're going to see some ID. Like, who are you? Like, no one knew who he was. But my favorite play, not play, but my favorite moment is definitely the World Effing Champions. I mean, it's hard not to be, but there's so many. But just because Game 5 I was at too for that play. So to me, it's like a split between the two, and you guys already used them all. So I like to go with a split. It really is a split. It's both of them combined into what they were. Game 5 topped it off. We ended up winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that night, which was divided into 2 nights in one game, which was divided, I was able to go to both, which was cool. I went to one with my mom, the next night with my dad. So they both got to be there for part of that game. And then you got that play. You got, who's it, Jenkins coming up. The lead off of it with a runner on second, and he hits it. And not with a runner on second, just came up.
The second part.
Part comes up, hits a double, and then the place exploded. I'll never forget that. You never forget that. And
because that's a
we
guy.
exploded when the World Effing Champions came out too. I mean,
my God.
that parking lot was a problem.
Well, that's a
the
guy.
parking lot became a big time issue.
That's a good point by Deemsy.
It's funny, like you bring up Jenkins. That's a guy who was brought in here to start, and then Worth was healthy and just tore it up and just took his spot. And then, so to come up with a big double in a big spot where the guy's used to start his whole life in Milwaukee, and then comes up with that big spot, that was a huge moment.
But aren't those the moments that like end a drought in them kind of situations? Like, you know what I mean? When you talk about the Stairs and you talk about the Jeff Jenkins, like they're the guys, who end up like helping you win the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like the subtle moves or the moves like that just add around what you have. And we're going to talk about that when we're talking the trade deadline a little later in the show. But them kind of moves are the moves that actually win for teams. Like a lot of times going out and splashing doesn't necessarily, translate to the end of the postseason. Hence, the Dodgers, they're obviously the biggest splash so far. And it's another year where a team splash. It usually doesn't pay off with the splash.
Yeah.
It usually pays off with like the solid pickups, the solid trades, or a good back end reliever. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that pays off.
That was the piece they were missing.
Oh, absolutely.
To me,
they have to
we
do
know
it.
what the AL can do, the AL or the bullies right now. But I think I put them right there with them. All right, and if you don't think that, then I can't help you. But
absolutely
that puts them right there. We're close, and not above them, but it evens things. It's close to even things out, especially if they're all if everybody's healthy. Because of the year months he's having, and and obviously the pen, and and Kershaw comes back healthy.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, I even talked about it Wednesday that I don't think it's a, I know that GM can do whatever GM speak he wants to. I hope he has a good second half here and, gets himself a big market. He's got a big market anyway, Daddy. You don't need to come out and and give him a little pat on the ass like, I hope you have a great season. No shit. You just traded for him. You hope he has a good second half. You know what I mean? And he says, well, I hope it creates a big market for him. Well, he already has a big market, even if he struggled the second half of the year. No. So that's not changing anything. But my thing with the whole situation is they don't have to. People are like, oh, it's definitely a rental. It doesn't have to be a rental.
No.
They can move that around, and Seager can Seager go to second, Machado can play short.
I can't believe we're talking about not you, but I can't believe that's a discussion.
Like once he gets in your door, you got a better chance of signing him. I talked about it Wednesday. I'm gonna talk about the same thing. Matt Klentak, I'm not crushing him, but once he's in somebody else's building, right, it's harder to get that deal done. You went from being a 1-2 opportunity to nail him in the offseason to now you're 3, 4, or 5. Because there's other teams that can jump into this mix, too. Obviously, the Yankees are going to be in the conversation. The Red Sox are in every goddamn conversation, too.
Hates the Red Sox.
Yeah. I know. But you know
It'll
what I mean?
be the Yankees.
No, I know, but money. Money's speaking.
And I think it's an absolute rental, by the way. I'm not.
But they got the money. My point is, LA has the money to say, you know what? We can let other guys go, and our middle of our infield is Seager Machado for the next 8 to 10 years. And we'll start with that. They didn't trade for a 32-year-old player. There's no way. Listen, that organization can't be that dumb. They trade what they traded for him for 2 months and then let him walk out the door. Yeah. Sorry, Justin Turner, bye. Or sorry, somebody else, bye. Right? Whoever's playing second base, I don't give a shit he's having a good year.
Don't matter.
Bye.
He's like a top 5 player in baseball.
Yeah.
So for any other name to be thrown out there is absolutely fucking clueless. It's clueless. Right? It's the same thing with Yankee fans. Oh, we don't need him. We got Didi. Oh, really? You fucking drive him anywhere he wants to go, either second or third. You understand? Dodgers, we got Seager. He's coming off Tommy John. It's a whole year plus more. All right? And when he comes back, there you go, second base. Have it a little easier on your arm. All right, or like you said, if it's Turner. I know they got a lot of people to pay. They got Muncy. He's emerging on the scene. Bellinger came back down to earth. But this is a top 5 player in baseball, right? So it doesn't mean that it's not a rental. But, for you to say that, that it definitely is, come on. Or you could say that, but to say, oh, because of other pieces, it's a rental. No way.
Any baseball team.
If you can't pay him, that's fine. If you went to the Brewers and you couldn't pay him and you're Milwaukee and that was, then I get it. You know what I mean? But LA's huge. Philly's huge. New York's huge. Boston's huge. It's all huge.
There's not a team in baseball that somebody's not moving over for him. Make sense? There's not a team in baseball.
Absolutely.
And that's even saying, you know what? We're so loaded in our middle infield, he's got to play third. Like, I'm just saying, somebody's moving out of that shortstop or third. To me, he's a shortstop. There's no question. I move whatever. I move, like he said, if you look at what the Dodgers did here, it is set up for not just this year. It's set up for the future. You talk about Tommy John, an easier throw on a guy, blah, blah, blah. You take care of one of your best freaking players, too, in Seager and helping his arm out, and you're getting the best shortstop in baseball. It's a win-win. They don't care about luxury tax in L.A. I love how that wants to be the conversation. So it's time for us to put our goddamn big boy pants on in here in Philly and play like a big market. This was an opportunity that was failed because anybody that thinks it's going to happen like that in the offseason is out of their mind. They're out of their mind to me because other teams can throw the same amount of money, but you had a chance to have them in your building. That's a stone cold lock that you're the number 1 team.
So you trade 6 though?
Yeah, I don't care. What's he Nolan Ryan?
No, but I'm saying
I know what Manny Machado is.
That.
Yep, bye. I'll figure it out. I got one of the best young pitchers in baseball. I'll figure out it, and then I'm going to get a top 5 player in baseball.
Then you're fired when we don't win it, and then he signs somewhere else.
Where's the window, Daddy?
You're not going to win it anyway.
You weren't winning anyway. That was my thing.
You never know.
You put your best offer out there. You
never know. Baseball's baseball. You never know. You're not going to win.
They're the worst first base team in there. If you don't believe it,
oh no, we can't hit.
I'm not saying
we can't hit.
Dude, you don't think that, but if you don't think they're the worst, and that's okay. That's something good to be. At least you're in that discussion. But if you don't think they're the worst first place team in baseball, you're crazy. So how far away are they? I don't know. But I hear you.
But that helps.
I understand it. You know what I mean?
But that helps.
It definitely helps.
You're missing the whole thing. Yeah. I'm talking about people saying that, oh, well, we're still a favorite to get him in the offseason. That favorite lowered when this move wasn't made. Okay. Because, listen, he's 26. I got to stop acting like Sixto Sanchez, who is 6 years younger than him, who we don't know really. And I like Sixto, but he's not Nolan. Yeah, you don't know who he is, but you know who Manny Machado is. And if this is a way that you can keep him, if this was the deal that was going to make or break him in free agency, in a way where you feel like, you know what, let's get him in our building because we got a better chance of keeping him, especially when we're going to be winning games too.
right? And you got a chance to capitalize on that. That's big boy pants, Matt.
I know.
You've been talking about it for 3 freaking years. You've been talking, Manny Machado. You had an opportunity to say to the whole fan base that I'm not just playing general manager here. I'm in a top 5 market, and we're going to start acting like it.
He gave out a legitimate offer, though.
We give out more. You give out more.
He gave a legitimate
everything's
top
legitimate.
offer.
I mean, I know the dude's banged up, but don't you think he'd be in the big leagues if he was this? I understand everybody throws hard now.
I mean, I'm not
the Phillies
opposed
don't
to
exactly
not
have 5
including him.
aces,
I can
and they
think
don't
of
have the
both the
greatest.
Dominicans.
They don't have the
19.
greatest bullpen either.
20. And I can
Is he
get both
20?
the Dominican and find 25 guys who throw 98.
Well, as they say, he's 19.
Is he 20?
Yeah.
Is he
He could be
24?
25. I know, exactly.
I think he's not. I think
No,
he's
he's 20. I looked him up the other day because I was
But I mean,
curious.
don't you also have to? I'm not going to say commend because you're right. It is a big not get, regardless of what side you're on. But if you put your best offer out there and that's not good enough, doesn't that say something though?
Maybe back.
It wasn't our best offer though.
Exactly.
We could have gave more.
Exactly. You
You
need
gave up 5 like really good. You were willing to give up 5 really good prospects.
I heard it was 4.
Okay,
What did you?
4.
But I mean,
hold on.
Who was
This is big boy talk.
Who was it?
When you know,
Medina,
Hazley, Ortiz, and somebody else.
And
But,
Hazley-
I mean, they're good
that's-
guys.
and
They're good
Hazley's
guys.
legit. Hazley's legit. But what I'm saying is Sixto was the guy. Like he said, dude, it's a top 5 player in baseball. You know this, I know this, right?
Yeah.
When you have an opportunity, there ain't a player in that system who's untouchable. There's not. There's just not. Because I know what I'm getting. These could be whoever. We don't know who
It
these are
makes
going
me
to be.
think that we didn't even offer that.
His arm could blow out tomorrow.
Because that's
you know what I mean?
they say
First
that's
of all, he
what we
doesn't throw
offered.
strikes. Second of all,
Sure.
I'm sorry, cut you off. And his arm might blow out tomorrow. I mean, when it's pitching, it's scary.
No, I
But
totally
Sweet,
agree. I
Will,
totally
where
agree.
are we good? Like
But I'm saying we
we're
don't even
young
know
in
if
the
that's
outfield
what
already.
we don't even know if that's what the offer would have been because the Dodgers didn't give that much.
Yeah, but when
I'm
a guy
sorry,
hits 2
they
home
didn't-
runs in the futures game tonight,
Well,
the night is going
yeah,
on.
well, but
They
that,
went-
kid,
we're
that
done.
kid's high up, but the next what they gave up there, I
Yeah.
think he's second,
They
right?
went,
Was
they
he
went
second?
upside over quality.
But he went.
They went the
that,
upside
that was
over
their number
quality.
2 prospect, and then they gave up their what, like 11th, 15th, 20 something after that, and then even higher.
I think exactly.
no-
Like you said
like-
too. Like the day before, he turned Hunter Green around like 102, and was like,
Yeah.
I got this." So right away, that's just
Yeah, everybody's
the
like,
antennas
oh,
went up.
yep.
You know what I mean,
There's our guy. And guess what? Maybe we didn't have a guy to that level or was that close. Make sense? Because he's probably closer into the Orioles in their mind. Like, we need somebody closer. We can't, we need one of these guys to be
they're worried
a
about
year
people
away.
showing up at their fucking
Exactly.
ballpark.
Exactly. So you got to hope that one's closer. Now, as much as I love Adam, and he's real close to the way he's hitting because he's going to keep flying up levels now, but the other guy was further along.
Yeah, as much as you want to,
and he's
as much
higher
as you want to
upside.
do something and make
Adam's
everybody
good.
happy and make your team better, if you're not a piece away, it's dangerous to mess around with a top prospect. You know what I mean? And I understand they're just prospects. I get that. But when the Cubs did it, that was the final piece. All right? They were down 3 games to 1, all right? But they needed Chapman. That was their final piece. And now they're looking back saying, oh, shit, I'm glad we won the World Series because Glenn Bartura is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's making the Yankees go. They stumble a little bit while he's been on the DL. I mean, they got plenty of pieces around him, but he's a special kid. You know what I mean? So when you're going to do it, you want to make sure
exactly.
you shot the,
Well,
you
that's
shot
the
the ball the right
Dodgers
way.
are
But this
thinking
is-
it's their,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
But
their
this,
fucking piece.
this is the only separation of this that on this kind of deal to me meant. It meant being able to get him in free agency. That's how I looked at it.
Yeah,
I
but
could be
does it,
wrong.
though?
A better chance, though. I think, obviously, with a guy in your
I
building,
think he's still got a good
creates
chance.
a better chance.
I think he's still got a good chance.
And listen, I'm not saying you don't.
I mean, he knows the interest is there. I
Listen,
mean, everybody
babe,
was asking
I ain't
about him.
saying we
Yeah.
drop 1 to 20 here. I'm saying that we drop 1 to maybe 4 or 5.
No, there's probably only 4 involved anyway.
But
Especially
maybe
if he
we're 4.
I'm saying, especially he hates the Red Sox. You know what I mean? So he would
So
say,
we're
hey,
4.
I'm not going there. You know what I mean?
We're
Unless
4
they
now.
offer
He
him
wants to go to
$700
the
million.
Yankees, dude.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
maybe we can get him to come here. I think we're 2.
All right, but you know what?
So
I'm
you're looking
just-
at Yankees,
Yankees,
Phillies,
us.
Dodgers.
No, I say
I'm
Yankees,
telling you,
Dodgers.
Dodgers are a fucking rental, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, you might not be wrong, but
That's right.
I-
I'm not.
Will,
I-
take care of the YouTube when the fam's chiming in. I can only look at
I
one.
got a
I don't
couple
know.
of-
There's some
couple
guy
here
that keeps
on
putting
the-
hail to the Redskins up, so I don't even want to read anything.
A couple here on the
Don't do
gram.
that.
got a
I know,
couple here on the
Mike
gram.
Barker saying even when Machado we weren't winning it. I'm not saying when we're winning it, but like when's the time?
We're not gonna. You can't just automatically say we're not gonna win it though. It's
Yeah, I
baseball, man. This ain't fucking basketball with the Warriors. It's baseball.
Yeah, you go get a guy
Anything
who
can
bats
fucking
3
happen in
quads,
baseball,
yeah.
man. Anything happen.
You got one of the best.
We're pitching
You're
really well.
You're
We're
absolutely
pitching
right.
Nolan
Anything can
Arrieta in
happen.
a series. It's a good start to a series. In my
If Arrieta
opinion.
would get
With
like
the no I
like
saw.
Sweep said, though.
Jake from Allstate.
It depends what Jake.
You need Jake from Arrieta. You know?
Well, we're looking for him. We look for him.
When he was up in his khakis, you're like, fuck, man. He fucking rolled up in khakis.
You never know what guy you're getting.
Motherfucker.
Khakis in a red polo.
It's so funny. You don't know what guy you're getting night to night with
I
him.
ain't gonna lie.
But you do know what you're getting with Noah, though. You do at this point.
For Halloween a couple times because it's just a khaki and a red polo. No, but like Sweep said, I mean, it's not like Manny was the only piece we were missing. You know what I mean? There's still holes, as we talked about. You know,
well, that creates a lot less.
What's going on with Pivetta in the back end of that rotation?
I'm
you
just
know
saying
what I mean?
that. But I'm not done, though. See, you think I'm done on Machado. You think that. No, I'm saying the world, the public. They all thought I was just done on Manny. My day wasn't done just with Manny because I'm getting Manny and I'm getting Britton in that deal, and I'm loading up the back end of my pen.
That's
okay?
probably what we did.
And
that's probably why it wasn't enough, probably.
And second,
you know?
I'm going to make a deal for another starter.
Sure.
Like I might even be in the Archer sweepstakes. I might even be in the Hamels. But I'm saying, like, I'm getting myself in all the sweepstakes.
Well, you wanted 2. They probably wanted 8. It was probably 2 for 8 then. You know, in that scenario, because I think Britain was definitely in there. You know,
but I'm saying I
think Baltimore.
But I was going Archer after.
Wanted to keep
you know what I'm saying?
Separate.
Like I was going to get Archer afterwards. Sure. You see where I'm going here? I was going to get Archer afterwards because the way I got to look at right now in the moment, you got to look at right now in the moment.
We need a lefty.
Right now in the moment, though. Hold on. Right now in the moment, okay, with the way your ace is throwing, when you get in the shortened series, and you can go get yourself a big-time bat to put in the middle of your lineup, okay, and you can go get yourself an Archer and a Britton, hypothetically, right? I'm just spitballing, having fun with it, right? Right. But right then,
you're shopping.
I'm a shopper. I'm big time. Like I'm on the sales
Amazon
market.
Prime.
Everything. I got a coupon. I got a coupon. And
top shelf.
Order by 11.
But right there, I'm one of the favorites in the NL, if not the favorite in the NL. If I can land them 2 caliber players and a back end of the rotation guy, reliever, I mean, I'm in great shape with the young talent I already have. I'm adding a gigantic piece in the middle of my lineup that's going to make everybody around it better. It's going to make life easier on everybody else in that lineup, a bunch of kids besides Santana. It really would. It just alleviates so much pressure for kids. This guy's coming in, and he's a professional goddamn hitter.
Yeah.
So, right, I go get Chris Archer, and I put him third in my rotation behind them 2 guys, and probably the most consistent pitcher in the NL right now, and Aaron Nola, right? Who you could say if I'm going, I got to win 1 game, right? I'm looking at him right around now. Like that might be the guy. There's other guys.
Unless you're in the room. You know, unless you're in the room on the conference call or you know what was said, we just don't know.
No,
it's guys that report. There's Philly beat writers, and just like there is in every sport, and those guys, people leak them enough information, but they don't have it, 100%. I mean, they think they do, and that's what they do for a living. And Godspeed, Colonel Sanders. All right, but they're not the guy on the phone. I mean, they're going to tell you just enough. You don't know. We don't know what Matt tried to do. I mean,
no,
exactly,
of course not.
You know what I mean?
I just get cute if I can put my hat on for a minute.
Sure.
Because I feel like I'm tired of idiots putting their hats on in terms of our ownership and our general manager. Like, okay, he did 2 good things in the offseason. We got it. He got Arrieta, who sat out there for 2.5 years, it felt like. So you better come away with him at that point in time. All right? And he got Santana, which was a solid signing. We all like it. I still like it, even though he's not batting where he should be, whatever. But you know what I mean? I still like it. But now that your point, like, expectations change. That's all my point is. Like, the second you're in first place at the All-Star break, regardless if you're the worst first place team in the NL, your expectations change.
Go back to a couple months ago when they were flirting with first place. They probably don't even offer for Machado. But you're right. Expectations did change, and they were right there. And the Dodgers chose, or they just chose the Dodgers.
Well, I mean, once you get to August, it's real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The first 2 months is for pretenders. That's when you're just, you're like, you got through June, you're going to get through July. You're turning the corner. It's August now, so it's winning time. There's no more like all those excuses for months were not necessarily aimed at the Phillies. It was more aimed at the Nationals, saying, "Well, wait till they get healthy.
Right.
Here they come. They're loaded." Okay, I'll give you that on paper, but perennial losers. Yeah. Really, bottom line. I mean, perennial losers.
Remember when that happened?
Right?
Remember when that started?
And they are loaded. All right, but
back to what they should have been, right?
Because they Ben Strasburg.
Yep.
Who's a California pussy.
Oh, we know that.
Well, there's two of them there. I mean, because Nevada's right around the block. So add his boyfriend in too. There's two on that roster. But I told you, when Poutbon choked that son of a bitch, somebody said they no on Harper, whatever. I don't want him either, because if you go back and look at the choke, everybody right now, go find a choke while you're watching us right now. Go find a choke and let me know how many guys rushed to his aid. Like if somebody does that to Trouty, that dude ain't getting that. That dude's dead. You know what I mean? Somebody do this to some of the big names that guys actually like. That dude's dead. Nobody even moved that fast. Rewatch it. There was a lot of, we'll get there.
I'll take him.
Well, Bryce.
Yeah, he was
Bryce.
20. He was 21.
Oh, he's a pussy. Okay, let's not
Yeah.
make an excuse because you have a love affair for him.
I'm not no love affair. I'm just saying you might as well get on board because we're going to offer him big money. He might sign.
I just hate the guy. I just don't like the guy. I think he's a bad teammate. You know, you hear more stories about that's how he's a crummish. He's just got a crumb in him.
I haven't heard what.
I hear things.
I haven't heard much.
People talk.
What do you hear?
People
Who,
talk.
from Corey Seidman?
I don't listen
Fucking
to Corey
nerd.
Simon. Where do you get I listen to Corey Simon from? Okay, you're gonna tell me who I listen to. I don't
I'm trying
listen
to
to
figure
him.
out who you're hearing from.
You're the one listening to him earlier, bitching and moaning about you hate listening to him.
I'm watching the fucking Phillies after game. Post game. Where are you at? You don't watch post game?
Of course I watch post game, but
Well, apparently you didn't because you didn't hear Corey Seidman talk.
well, I didn't watch this Corey Simon episode. I'm sorry. Okay, Mike Murphy. What up, Murph? Right now, by next Tuesday, this team adds Escobar to play shortstop, have to be left-handed in the rotation, and Brenton on the back end. This team will have a shot to make some noise. I wanted Machado too, and I think they still have a very good chance to sign him in the offseason. Well, they absolutely do. And them names are good. Them names work for me. You know, I got no problem with Escobar. I was like where Mike Parker's head out was with. He wants Moose, and I would love Moustakas. We were talking about that before we came on. I would love the Moose, man. A guy who's a winner,
A lot
been
of talk
around
about
the winning
Asdrubal
environment. Cabrera's another
Anybody
good name.
thoughts? I'll tell you what. I'm not a big
But that's
Asdrubal
like
guy.
that's real rental.
But
Like, you know,
Asdrubal's old.
38's like,
Asdrubal's old, but you don't
Doesn't
have to give a lot to get Asdrubal, and he would come in right now and he would have the highest batting average, most homers, and most doubles on the Phillies. So I mean, hey, maybe you bring him in.
Chris Estrite, back to the poll question.
He's got over 17 homers
Yeah.
for him.
Chris Estrite, back to the poll question. The best play was World Series, the throw he made.
It's quiet.
Yep.
It's
And
quiet.
back-
I think he
It
is
is quiet.
No,
Well,
I
he
just
might
wonder, you know,
might be tied now. The Hoskins homer in the second game, but when I looked at it this morning,
16.
Mike Parker, about 6 foot, 175, throwing 100. Doesn't make sense to me. He's going to burn out. He's done. He's done.
Yeah, there's not too many Pedros. You know what I mean?
Swamp Rat.
They don't come.
that Swamp Rat got a couple size though. We can bring him up like that, kid.
Pedro Martinez, they don't grow on trees. You know what I mean? Like most of the guys look the part. You know what I mean? They when you shake their hand, they look like Willie. You know, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing,
Swamp
brother?
Rat, by the way.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Lincecum was the same
Pedro
way.
was a little tiny guy.
5'10", $170, through gas. Couple Cy Youngs. I'll take a couple Cy Youngs.
Now, Albies is out for the Braves, right? Hammy. How long's he scheduled? 10-dayer? Did they throw him on? Anybody know?
They throw those 10-dayers around.
No,
now.
I just we're talking about the division. You talk about stuff like that.
Guys getting breakfast. They get throw 10 days around.
Oh yeah. They do throw. They do love the 10-day. But no, I saw a Hammy and
Syndergaard's got hand.
it got
foot,
me
and mouth.
excited. You know what I mean?
10 days.
What do we got over on Instagram, Greg?
Brodo checks in with the video looks great. That was before we switched it over.
Brodo.
All right, cocksucker. Go ahead.
Len checks in with a wave.
What up, lad?
Puppy Jake checks in. No notes. Best in the business, baby.
100% correct. All factual.
Who's else? Puppy Jake.
Philly sports news. Hi. Will Phillies make a move?
I got 9 days. I think there's something coming.
Yeah, they're definitely going to make some sort of move. Yes.
Robbie Blitz. D.
He's next
no,
to us.
That's his. I know it's Robbie next to us. He was saying D. None of the above for the plays.
No, yeah, fair enough.
Typical.
And then he's
a mutt. Don't listen to him.
Chase Utley, Hall of Famer.
Chase Utley, Hall of Famer.
Question mark.
Unfortunately, I know people don't want to hear this. He probably falls short. His intangibles, man, but he's probably. Usually, you look at it at a guy. You gotta. Almost everyone has to have 2,000 hits, especially if you played 12, 14 years. He doesn't have 2,000 hits, so that's. I mean, he does got a lot of homers for second baseman, and doesn't have an MVP. Doesn't have like those other little things that you botch.
Kent's numbers are better, and Kent's not.
In, but Kent's a cunt though. You got to factor that in. You got to factor in that Kent's a cunt.
I understand that.
All right.
So are the writers. So they don't. We do that.
Does it matter? Does it matter? You know, does he have a better chance because he's a second baseman? I think that's the question.
Yes,
next question
but he's still, I don't think he's going to get anything. He's going to fall short. Now, maybe maybe he's on the ballot for a while and he gets like one of the the late votes when you get voted in by like the
Veterans Group.
veteran committee. Then maybe something like that happens. But I would think that he does not get in.
Yeah,
Actually, of all those guys on that team, the guy with the best chance who probably should get in is Rollins.
I think
I
think Jimmy's almost is in my mind.
He's not first ballot.
Well, but
he could get. He
take
could
the
be
names out of it, and you put numbers on numbers. Him versus Jeter, they're very, very close outside of pure hits.
Yeah,
Jeter, but you know what I mean? Like Rollins' numbers and Jeter's numbers are very right there.
Jeter's average, the fact that he was a World Series MVP and he has a shit ton more hits, really helped that though.
I understand, but you're looking power numbers, you're looking speed. Defensively, he's got more Gold Gloves. You know what I mean? But no, to the question, I don't think Chase Utley's in there. Never batted 300. You know,
I think the more comparable comp would be Barry Larkin. You know, what I mean, that's obviously a guy from my childhood who was very good, but Jeter was. As much as you hate him, Jeter's up here.
I do hate him.
He really is. But I think those comps are pretty close. You know, he's right there with Larkin.
It's a shame because the piece would be in the conversation without the injury.
Oh yeah,
I still think he might.
I think the piece would be definitely in the conversation without the injuries. Howard,
because
without the injuries, if the injuries never snuck up, I think he'd have a real good chance.
Another 4 seasons.
Where
that's what I mean.
He was historic.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He had 3-4 years where he was historic.
And the problem was that he came back from the injuries, but he never really came back from the injuries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the problem.
If he have 8 seasons like that, bro.
He comes back and he comes back and he hits 45, even with hitting 240 a couple years, then maybe they can be like, okay. Yeah. All right, maybe you can throw it to him, but he came back and fell off the face of the earth. That was the problem.
And that's where I think L.A. actually hurt Chase going forward because he never put a year together in L.A.
He never really played a full year.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And you know what hurt him is that we were playing Placido Polanco early. He didn't play his first year and a half. He didn't really play.
Well, that goes for all of them, really.
Yeah, I mean
that was the way they were running back there.
But Chase hits. Everyone's talking about the grand slam. He hit the grand slam
4 years later.
I was gonna say, but he didn't really play. He didn't really play a full season until a year and a half after that.
Jim Brannigan got a quick question. You guys hate or love the shift? Better or worse for baseball? I personally don't mind it. It's worse for baseball. To me, it is. I hate the shift.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I despise it, but
I can't imagine that they're gonna have a rule though. I mean, like
you can't take it out.
Rob Manfred is, he better just stay in his lane. The guy's a flaming douche. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to take a shot. First of all, you're the weasel of the week. You're going to take a shot at the face of baseball. Leave him alone, dude. The guy is a class act. He doesn't need to market himself. He just goes about his business, and he pulls kids in from the stands. He does things on his own. He doesn't need to get his face in front of commercials and do all these documentaries, and promoting himself. That's not who he is. That's just, that's not Trouty. Right, so stay in your own lane. And as far as, like I said, how could you make a rule like no shifts? I mean, I guess you can, but to me, it's silly. Just if people want to do it, let them do it. I don't like it, but I mean, to make rules like that,
I hate it.
I was listening to Millar was on one of the other idiot sports talk radio stations this week.
What are you doing listening to sports talk?
It was just on the radio. Yeah, I don't know. It was just on, and it was Millar, so I kept it on for a second, right? And he brought up a good point. In basketball, you can only be in a lane for 3 seconds. In football, you have to have certain formations in order to be a legal formation. He's like, what if in baseball you can only have X amount of players on one side? Like your shortstop or your second baseman can only come behind second base. He can't go any further. Make some sort of rule like that. And he brought it up like he said he was watching Joey Gallo one time. And he said they had nobody, literally zero, was on the left side of the diamond. Everybody was on the right side. And he's like, he was going back to when Poppy, he's like, no one was showing up to Fenway to watch Poppy drive 3 drag bunts down the third baseline and bat 320. But they want to see him hit a ball 420. Yeah. He's like, there's got to be a way that you can still somewhat shift, but keep the integrity of.
And I think those other sports. I think those other sports would adapt to it if you, like you said, you should let 5 guys in the lane. Go ahead. I'll line up with 4 shooters. You want to jump on Big Willie with 4 guys, and we'll just shoot some fucking lights out. So I mean, it is. I understand defense in 3 seconds. I get all that stuff, but I mean, like, if a team wants to do it, just. I don't understand. Just let them do it.
I love it.
I hate it. I hate the shift, but you can't really remove it.
I love the YouTube right now because people are crushing the Sean Taylor guy.
Oh, yeah,
They're
good.
Murdering
Hell to the Redskins. Go fuck yourself.
The family is murdering him.
He's been murdered. He's getting murdered again. It's amazing.
Vinny Mastinen on the book says Chase isn't a Hall of Famer. Shift is annoying, but players have to figure out a way to make teams pay for doing it. And he's right. I mean, he's right. I know we know guys aren't coming there to watch guys drag bunt, but you can learn to take the ball the other way. Guys, more guys pitch away anyway in the big leagues, more so than inside anyway. So, I mean.
Well, it's just about making adjustments. You know what I mean? You can let the big dog eat.
It's because
you can let the big dog eat for 2 strikes. And then with 2 strikes, how about you adopt a little bit of Joey Votto? I mean, that's that you sent us the other day. It was incredible.
Dude's
amazing.
You know what
I mean, that's just unbelievable. It's just mind-boggling, really mind-boggling.
The dude's amazing.
Talk about back control and the ability to,
not pop up. Like not pop up in the infield.
Seven
pop up in the infield.
7 pop outs.
How do you do that?
Like 8 years.
Like at 9.
And then certain guys, like, hey,
J-Roll used to pop out 7 times a week.
Not first, not catcher.
This is amazing.
Has never popped out to catcher, first, or pitcher in his career.
Like, how's that happen? Like, at least once to the catcher. Like, at least once you're popping one. You get, I got under the right on.
Guy fooled me, got here.
Yeah.
Break him off. Motherfucker. I mean, we all been there. Motherfucker.
This guy never does it.
You know what I mean? Third baseman caught it. He probably did once, and the guy came flying over.
Came flying in, yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's crazy though.
And that was an unbelievable stat.
I love how your response was. Is that even true?
Parker says, I know this isn't that important on whether he gets in the Hall of Fame or not, but he played in 2 World Series and 11 World Series games with 7 homers. And that's that is a good stat.
Yeah, he's not going to get in now. It's upsetting. And granted, but the thing is, you look at it, 16 years, less than 2,000 hits, and you're like, how's that possible? Mm-hmm. But like I said, he really probably only played 11 seasons. If you factor out his injuries and the fact that he's been kind of a fucking platoon player for the first year and a half and the last 2.5 of his career.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
1883, like 117. Damn, it's close.
I mean, you put any type of year in L.A. and you
you
get over that 2,000. And then you're in the running. Then you're in the talk.
But then, no, absolutely, 100%. But once again, it speaks to who he is. All right, there's guys that have hung around for numbers.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be one of them guys.
Like Willie said,
and he's got a year left too.
Could be the magic number for a second baseman.
Yeah.
He can hang on and get 117 hits. He's not done this year. We still got 2 months left. So if he grabs another 20, 25, then you're looking at something like in the 80s where he can get that. I mean. If somebody gave him an opportunity, it doesn't mean L.A. I mean,
but he had a year.
Yeah.
He's turned down the last year of his deal
to
retire. So, like you said, he don't care about the stats.
Mike Parker
He'll be on the Wall of Fame.
Parker says, 3rd online slaughter this week, best in the business. Joey D.
Spidey, don't run from today, all right? The big fella picked Molinari. There he is right there.
Francesco for the win.
Molinari.
Somebody won the A2D DraftKings golf. I don't know who it was, but he's sitting on the couch.
Back in the garage, start stirring up some potion, buddy, and you better pick yourself up. Pick the pieces up, Spidey. Let's go.
I mean, if you want to do garage talk, I'll hop in, get picks. I mean, I'm here.
Right, that's the last time Tom stops by. Tom's not going to stop by for losers anymore. Understand?
I can't.
All right, we can't associate with it. Get in there and get back and get the cauldron out and fix it.
That's the only reason I stopped by. Guy was a goddamn winner. You smell a winner from a mile away.
Dude,
this time it was 700 miles I smelled him. You know what I mean? I smelled the winner.
Much. He was peeing, because I told him don't pee in the garage. He was like a foot out yesterday and filmed it. He was like, sweeps. I'm like, I'm outside. But I could see the car in the background. Definitely pissed on the fucking wall. I mean, he's a great.
Oh, no question he pissed on the wall. I was expecting. No,
his garage talk yesterday, or wherever that was. Was it yesterday or Friday?
Yeah. Without Molson,
he was. Woo, man.
Without Molson,
he was really. He was. I love how he was like, fun fact, whiskey was made for golf, and we're like, it was made for you. We can tell that.
Dropped a little groundskeeper trivia on us.
Got a little knowledge on us.
I seriously was waiting for James to pop out in the garage when I visited. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just waiting for him.
Wayne's World.
He came flying out. Like, he's got both the kids in both arms. It's like, Daddy daycare. Like, Daddy daycare. James running out. I was just waiting for it.
That's just our Canadian uncle. Old Wilder. Old Wilder.
Just stops by.
That's the wildebeest.
Don't mind him.
Don't mind him.
Mike says you can hop in. Let's go, Wills.
First off, me and Spuddy talk every day. We're DraftKings heavy. All right, we're talking every day.
And Will Smith is good.
We are DK heavy.
He's having a good couple weeks, the big fella.
Yeah, I had a rough one today. Asshole move out of me. So, ate too much at dinner time. Reserved $25 worth of the night game. I'm really hoping it gets canceled. Is that on? Is it postponed? Fucking A! And we're back!
He's back, baby!
And he's back! I had $25 of reserved thing, and I didn't wake up till 8:10. I was like, motherfucker! I didn't put the fucking I lost $25 in DraftKings, so I didn't put lineups in. But it's postponed, and the kid's back!
Just when I'm out, they pull me
Just
back.
when you think you couldn't
Hand over,
possibly
Toggle.
be any worse.
Hand over.
Oh, that's great. That's good to know. Woo!
I love how the
And
Redskins
I played the
fans
Mets,
still
too,
talking.
so that was good, too.
Who's
All right,
still
Mother
talking?
Nature.
Redskins?
I just can't believe he's still talking. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. He's still got stuff to say. The Redskins stink.
Who cares? Sean
Yeah.
Taylor's dead.
DMZ.
Oh, wow. we went there. No, I mean, it's factual.
His name's Sean Taylor on here. He's
No,
not
I
even
know.
alive.
Just like, yeah, I mean, we know that. It's just that you're just
Might as well
thinking
stop talking. You're not even alive.
back. How is he typing?
Coming to you from the grave.
Is it Tupac?
It's a hologram.
Never died.
Is this possible?
Is he playing safety next year? Fuck.
Paranormal 10.
Paranormal. Oh,
Every
shit.
Halloween.
What do we got on? What do we else
Mac,
got?
Crusader saying whiskey is great. Then he makes a comment about my legs. Told him you can't see my legs. So. And
It's like Tim Kirchin. Wearing, him
John
and
Clayton.
Gammons,
John
yeah.
Clayton.
Yeah, we're Gammons,
Megadeth.
Gammons, yeah. Just wearing nothing, shorts and a,
Nothing.
and a
and
tie.
nothing. That's it. Boxers and a tie. Murph saying Alex Smith, crying face. Attack on Mr. Sean Taylor.
Murphy, hey, what up, Murph?
And Parker said, what do you say? You are reserved. I should have never told you about that.
I know. Yeah, I didn't know about the reserving spots in DK, and Parker told me. I was like, wait, you can reserve? He's like, oh, yeah. So now I've been doing it. I've like two times now I've fucked up and forgotten that I reserve spots. I'm like, God damn it. Losing money.
That's what my buddy does in football season. That's the only reason I know. Because then he says, sweeps, dude, like 2 lineups, dude. I got like 20. And then I'll forget. And I'm like, oh, shit. It's 105. Wasted that $10.
Yeah, there it goes.
Damn it.
Crusader says Wilson equals the Andrew Nose worst half. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means either.
We'll have to need clarification on that one.
2
Right.
buddies, and you're the worst
Is
half
that
of the
Krug?
2 buddies?
Is that Krug giving me shit?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right.
Giving you
Noted.
shit.
He just blinked. That's it.
Somehow Sean Taylor is
I
still
don't know.
kicking. I mean, he's still kicking. It's amazing.
Coming to you from the grave.
Give him a lot of respect there.
Did he 2-inch punch out like what's her name?
Someone said Sean Taylor was one of the hardest hitting safeties with soft arteries. That's terrible. That's so terrible. I had to read it, but it's terrible.
yeah.
And we're here for the people.
Crimpets,
I mean,
I love that.
Made
I
it
do.
Keep
crimpets.
it going.
Crimpets inside. Made it crimpets. It's that good jam.
Soft arteries. That's great.
that's how you hit the brake. And Crusader says that he's drunk, which is great. I'm glad he is. Get a good sip. It's Sunday. I wouldn't expect anything less from you slow pitch softball guys. If you guys aren't drunk by 10 o'clock, there's a problem. You
AM.
guys aren't drinking.
AM, that is.
Oh, they are too. They are. I mean, they get out. They don't even.
That's what I'm saying. 10
A lot of them
a.m.
don't
you should
even
be
crack
drunk.
monsters.
At this point, we're surprised that you're even able to watch the screen. So
I mean, shit.
congratulations.
You go around the park trash. They're drunk from the night before and then just
Oh,
staying
yeah, well,
drunk.
that's a given.
Yeah, I mean, just
Rolled in. Just rolls in.
They
That's a
do.
given.
Rolled over.
Just come out.
You
they put up,
got old Scrappy Doo out there.
they
You
put
got to
up
watch
30 on you, and it's a quick one. You know what I mean, it's usually a quick one, and the only reason they put up 30 is they want to get back to drinking so bad. You know what I mean? They want to 15 run you and call it a day. That's really,
Everybody's got goals, my friend.
that's it. That's it.
it. Not all heroes wear capes.
And the trash definitely doesn't wear capes. There's not a cape in that. There's not a cape on that
Definitely
street.
not a cape.
There's not a cape in that White House.
There's a good chance a lot of them don't have work on Monday. They can just keep it going.
I'm on a killer high here. I'm not letting it go.
Some are going 7 straight. Oh, man. All right, fam. On the other side, we're going to head over to, we'll be on the YouTube side, talking about, Phil's first half, recapping a little bit, trade deadline, 5 questions, whatever the hell else you want. Agree, disagree. A2D Radio. Segment was brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public accountant. Make them yours. Find them on the web, gibsonmayer.com. Remember, heading over to YouTube, over on the sites. Everybody on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, head on over to the tube or the site. We out.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Oh, shit. Breaking goddamn fucking news right here. Agree, disagree. HUD Radio, live from the Real Talk Studios. The best in the business. No notes. You know us.
Hashtag it.
Every Sunday brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public accountant.
Google it.
Yours. GibsonMayer.com. Tom Renaud, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Mwakevich, Robbie Pope on the ones and twos. One Mr. Aaron Altair has been optioned down to AAA. So just throw that out there.
Hallelujah.
That's what happens when,
They've been waiting for it.
you were waiting. You were sitting waiting. We all were waiting.
He's been really
bad.
Really
bad.
I mean, granted, we have what's it called up, which Mitch Walding, why?
Who stinks.
Why?
Stinks. Can't
Has
hit
he
an
hit a
all-speed
ball yet?
pitch.
He's over.
Can't hit an all-speed
No,
pitch.
he grounded out today.
What I'm saying, did he actually make contact?
Yeah, he
finally?
grounded out.
Progress.
Okay.
At one point, I believe he's over. I think he's 0 for 11 with 2 walks and 10 Ks.
Yeah, it was 0 for 8 with 8 Ks to start. Yeah, for sure.
It's funny. Like, oh, you think big league pitching's tougher than AAA? Well, there's your first show of that. If you don't believe that, like the guy absolutely hits the cover off the ball when he goes back down, and when he's up, he can't even find a baseball.
Just put Pepper with the second base.
Yeah,
one time.
his timing is off on every swing. Like there's not a swing where he's timed up on.
Yeah.
Like where he even hits a foul hard, where you're like he's around it. You know what I mean? Like there's been no signs of life. You send him down. I think he hit 3 in one night, and it's like what, bro? What happened?
Who did it, Walding?
Yeah,
It's about time.
He went down and hit 3 in one
It's
night.
about time they wised up. I mean, all we said in the beginning of the year was
Lighter
that
Jr.
if the guy stays healthy, there's some tools there, right? He obviously, just couldn't figure it out.
Tools.
Yeah. He just
There ain't no
can't,
tools anymore.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Leiter's been throwing some BP, and I like Leiter too, but he's been BPing recently. So,
well, it just shows you that hey, Nick, go play baseball out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, finally.
It's sort of
well,
opened
I
the
got
door there a
worried.
little bit more.
You turn on the first game after the break, and Aaron's starting, and we're like, are we going to do with this again? You know what I mean? And thankfully, finally, it's but when you're up 3-1 in the count and you swing through two cookies, two cock shots right down the middle of the plate. You know a fastball's coming 3-1. You know it. You're batting.
And it was 94.
It's not. Yeah,
it's not like it was 98.
It's not like you're in a 4-hole. You know what I mean? It's not like you're Hoskins where they're gonna be careful around you. You're Aaron Altherr batting $170. You know a fastball's coming right down the middle,
they ain't
and
trying
you
to
miss
put you on
both.
for free. They ain't trying to put you on for free.
But you should have just walked. You should start walking Lehigh Valley.
But this is what they thought probably coming out of the break. Okay, the time off.
Well, Clayton Richards pretty nasty. I mean, excuse me, I didn't take that back.
Yeah.
let's not get him confused with Randy
Well,
Johnson.
you're right.
But for he's a little funky.
He's goofy.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
He's
Yeah,
a little
he's
goofy.
goofy.
So
Gigantic.
if we're gonna do that, let's
Huge.
let's give it one more shot before it's.
Yeah, and I think they probably thought, like, you know what, the time
We've
off.
done it up to this point.
The time off's going to help him. It's a lefty-righty, you know what I mean, matchup. The time off maybe helps, and guess what? It's just proven that it didn't. And Nick's just was a better prospect, and 2 is a better baseball player. And I'm not saying he's your answer and right long term, but to me, I can go with Nick Williams. I know he can bat 280. I seen it. We seen it with our eyes. Now, granted, the sample size wasn't gigantic.
No one on our team can bat 280 at the moment.
But I'm saying
Nick's playing. He's been putting good at bats.
He has the ability to, and it's a lot of these different guys, but like he's a guy who always batted for a high average throughout the minors. And I'm not saying that compares, but when you're a top prospect and you're always batting 280, 290, 300 in the minors, you expect it to translate a little bit. You know what I mean? And it did last year, and I felt like this year, has he got time to play? Yeah, but he's never been ran out there. Makes sense? Like he's never been, you know what? Knows he's going out there, ran out there like last year. Yeah. Last year when he came up.
You get 500 ABs, it's different.
Like last year he just kept running out there and was playing good baseball.
Yep.
So this year, because of the Altherr situation, and because of how big and strong and everything he looks.
Platooning sucks. Pinch hitting sucks.
I'm
You know
gonna
what I mean? It takes a special breed. Yeah.
There's a heavy discussion going on between Sean Taylor, TTP Baldwin's rolling in there. I think it looks like he's
TTP?
What up, TTP? Give it to him, TTP. Kill him again. Kill him again.
This time headshot. Sorry,
Mike Parker said Redskins are not sleepers. They're sleeping. Actually, they're dead, just like Sean, Mike. They're not sleeping. They're dead. But it looks like there's a discussion about John Wall being a better point guard.
Than who?
Than, looked like he said Westbrook, which, I mean, I'll give it to you because I hate Russ Westbrook, but
he's not better than
I don't think anyone else would agree.
I'm sorry, he's not better than Westbrook.
Good thing about Sean Taylor, you're not biased. Like you came in with it seems like a good sports acumen, and you want to have a good conversation. I mean, it's all DC guys. You're a fucking hand job. John Wall. Get the fuck out of here. The best thing about John Wall is his fucking glasses that he wore this year.
John Wall stinks. The Wizards stink.
That's great.
Bradley Beal I like, but
they
John
should
Wall
probably
stinks.
trade Wall because they're guys are like sixth. He'll be sixth for the next decade. Congrats.
You can't say he's better than you can't. I'm sorry, you can't say he's better than Westbrook as much as I'm not Mr.
Kerry. I think he put
Westbrook.
Kerry in there too.
And then he's saying Chris Paul. He's not
Kerry's
better
the
than
best
Paul.
point guard in the league.
Yeah, he's not better than Kerry. Would you stop it? The guy's got so many rings, they don't know what to do with it now. All right, come on. He's getting to that point. That's what TTP just said. Kerry has 3 championships, one of the greatest ball handlers of all time, the greatest shooter of all time, is a perennial all-star and first bout Hall of Famer. Can we just drop the mic on that?
Yeah.
TTP, like,
TTP!
Winner!
TTP, boom, headshot!
Parker says, sweeps, I love those glasses. Black Ringo star. Oh, shit.
Like I said, accolade-wise, he's clearly the best. Accolade-wise, John Wall stinks!
What accolades has he got?
I won't say he stinks because he didn't stink. That's a bad term. John Wall is...
Clarify.
He's a good player, but like
just add an A.
What does he do for you though? What's he do?
You're right, Wills. He doesn't stink. He stinks.
What's he do?
Nothing.
What's he do though? Like
gets
I'm
injured,
saying,
he's
he's
injured.
hurt every year.
Yeah.
You get the 5 seed, you lose in the second round. Like I mean, that's what he do.
What has he done?
He hasn't done shit.
Exactly. It's just the same.
And I'll always tell you, he's got great. Oh, do you ever see the little dance move he does with his
Well,
wrists?
he called John Wall.
Jesus.
Listen, with all due respect, he called Wall more athletic now. He's starting to change the narrative. Now he's more athletic than Kerry.
He's not more athletic than Westbrook, though. And you were talking Westbrook in there.
I don't know if he's more athletic than Kerry. Kerry can do some shit that guys can't do. That's athletic. Like when you can pull up from anywhere on the goddamn court and make a shot, that's pretty athletic. Like you can't just say, "Oh, that's not athletic."
When you walk into the gym and you're open.
Nitro Freak.
it's not,
Hold on. Nitro Freak says John Wall right now is better than Simmons. I think you could take a straw poll of everyone in the NBA and they said, who would you rather have, John Wall or Simmons right now? Everyone would say Simmons. So go fuck yourself. You're wrong.
That poll's gigantic. You know what I mean?
What? not even Gone.
He's not better than. He's not. He can't.
You would go
This
Wall?
guy's a tremendous
No.
strong.
21-year-old, 27-year-old always hurt. Like, I mean, what?
Yeah.
This guy's
It's not even close. It's not even close.
One
It's not even
6
close.
fucking 10.
This
It's
guy's
not even close.
This guy's a tremendous troll, and almost to the level where this might be Meager. Meager, is this you?
Is this
are
Meager?
Are you Sean Taylor?
Is this the Meager?
No, but he's Nitro Freak.
No, but he's Nitro Freak.
Of course.
He goes, I hate Washington with a passion, but it's obvious. What's obvious about
What's
it?
on? What's
There he
obvious?
is.
It's not
Trollzilla.
obvious. You're talking about a guy. You're talking about a guy who's a bite. You're talking about a puppy. You're talking about a little puppy who's 6'10" and can handle the basketball, right? And is a mismatched nightmare handling it, right? And that's without a jumper. He was better than him this year without a jumper in his first year in the league. Without a jumper. Just imagine if he gets a little bit of one. Like a little bit. The baby gets a little bit of milk, and he develops a little bit of a jumper.
I saw a video
He's
today.
dominant.
He was
He's
just
dominant.
sucking on the
From the
teeth.
teeth.
He's dominant. He's dominant. I mean, come on. I mean, you cannot act like Ben Simmons. He played 1 year. I mean, people like to fast forward shit. And this is what drives me insane. Like, you can't fast forward 21. You can't just fast forward shit and want shit faster. Like, you can want shit, okay? But this is all trust the process. Everything we sat through was to get a core. And to act like this core isn't good enough over the next 3 to 5 years to be a legitimate fucking contender in this league is fucking crazy talk. It's fucking asinine, and it ain't fair.
Let me
It
hop
ain't fair.
on with you.
It ain't fair.
Let me hop on with you.
It's
So
crazy.
I'm gonna double back on you.
Double back.
Okay? Because guess what? I love everyone's like, this has been the worst offseason ever. That's all I keep hearing. What we expected so much. What all we got was fucking shitbag, getting fired because he's got burner accounts, and
Which is great.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
He was a
But-
shitbag, too.
Oh yeah, Colangelo, yeah, shitbag. But I'm saying, but then like everyone's like, oh, we haven't signed anybody. That one dude that we signed said he's gonna go overseas. Now he's gonna go to the Kings.
Enough
Probably.
said.
Whatever. Fucking
Enough
see ya.
said. Enough said. Like,
His name
that's
is
your
Bajelic. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
See ya. All right. Bottom line is, if the guy that we drafted number 1 overall a little over a year ago, if he's the guy that we think he is, and obviously they don't want to trade him, so they think he's going to be that guy.
he's
If
gonna
he's
be that
that
guy.
guy,
He's gonna be that
then
guy.
we're fine.
gonna be-
We're dandy, guys.
Yep.
Okay, you're sitting here with the core of Simmons, Embiid, Fultz, with Dario.
Yep.
With Dario as a fourth.
How many
and then
guys that? How many guys that?
And all of them are 24 or younger.
How many guys that? Because that's how the Warriors did
We're
it.
good.
That's
We're
how the
golden.
Warriors did it.
Everyone just take a chill pill. We're going to be fine.
Except, let me tell you one thing. You know what's different
Fine.
from us and the
For the
Warriors
next
build?
decade.
Can I tell you what's different from us and the Warriors build? We're built to beat you to fuck up inside. We are built to beat you to fuck up inside. You can get cute with all this, and you need shooters in this league, and nobody's taking away anything about that, right? And we have 3-point shooters essentially around us right now, okay? But around the kids. But you win with beating dudes up inside. If you can out-rebound teams, if you can control the paint, if you can do all the things that this team can do. They're mismatched nightmares on the court. Because at 6'10", you got to have a guard cover him or a big man cover him at the point. You got
And
a big
you're saying
man,
his shot
he's
is
too
awful?
fast. If you got a big man, he's too fast for a big man.
But
off
you're
the
saying
dribble.
his shot
So
is
it's a
awful.
mismatch.
He had a phenomenal field goal percentage because he didn't hit jumpers, so he didn't shoot jumpers. He's not an idiot. He's not out there just chucking jumpers up. So I mean, you could say his shot's awful, but really is it? We didn't even see him shoot that much. Maybe he's just waiting to show it.
But guess what? You see him shoot it in practice and bury him.
It's
going
to be there.
And I know it's a difference.
He had 12 in a row in a video I watched today.
Yeah.
It's coming.
And what's his face?
He's 21, man.
The shooting guru or whisperer talks about Fultz like, oh, it's there, it's back, whatever it was lost.
With being a terrible free throw shooter and with a non-existent jumper, guy still averaged what he averaged. I mean, it was the guy can score the basketball.
17, 8, and 8.
Yeah, the guy can.
And that
the guy
goes
can
for two
score the
guys.
basketball.
And that goes
Come
for
on.
two guys. 'Cause that goes for Fultz too in his 14 games. He showed he can score the basketball without even having a jumper. There's two guys that are your future, your organization, that showed that they can flat out get to the rim because both of them showed they can. And now Fultz got to get bigger, and he is. But you know what I mean. But as a baby, still showed that he can take guys off the dribble and showed you them flashes of like, okay, I can see this guy. I see why he was picked number 1 overall. Give him a shot, and he's a problem surrounded by the size on this basketball team, and to be able to then stretch the court. I just think they're set up for great things. I really do. I just don't understand because you didn't get LeBron that the world's come to an end. Let him go out there. Let him go there. TV, what commercials, all that, and take L's the Golden State even harder.
That don't affect us. Yeah, absolutely.
Let him go there.
We didn't sign him. You know what I mean? But it doesn't affect. He's not in the East anymore. So bye-bye.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
it. So,
that makes
really,
Cleveland non-existent.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah. It's the Celtics and us for a long time. So
It is.
we're gonna
Get
bat
used
heads
to
with
it.
them. That's all.
And guess what?
And Kyrie always gets banged up, so we understand. We understand that they're getting pieces back. I love when people say, "Well, they beat us with their B team." Man, relax, dude. That's a good basketball team. Yeah, they were missing 2 pieces, all right. But other guys, because of the injuries, Hayward was like 5 seconds into the season. All right, those guys emerged faster than they would have. Yeah. If Hayward's there all year, I don't know if Tatum develops as quick as he did, right? Or Brown. Out of pure necessity, they were thrown into the fire, and they played fantastic. All right, but by no means were they their B team. I mean, they were wounded. We talked about them being wounded, absolutely. All right, but they're well coached, tremendous organization.
Were they the year before?
They're not a B team, dude.
Were they the year before? Most of the core players.
Rozier played above his head,
right?
Because he had to.
But think about that. They were there the year before, too.
Yeah, they all were there. They all had. They
were in the Eastern Conference Finals.
They all had experience.
You don't expect them to be. It's their first dance. Yeah. Like you don't always get the girl the first dance. Right, you think about it. Think about this life. You don't always get it the first time.
And
it's usually the second or third time where you really start capitalizing and feeling yourself.
We're not apologists, though. And we flat out got outplayed. We
got
outcoached. We got beat up, and we got outplayed. I mean, so that's the bottom line. I mean, ain't nobody
running. That don't make you hungry to come back. Then what is?
Ain't nobody running from that.
But 2 of the guys who got beat up aren't on with the team anymore.
Yeah.
2 of the guys who got exposed in that series, and as much as I love Bellinelli and what he could do shooting the basketball, and I liked Ersan, they both got exposed in that series.
Sure.
They both got beat up on. And what you did is you went and changed your wings. You went and got Wilson Chandler, who I believe is a little bit more physical, okay? And then you went out and got Zaire Smith, who can play the wing as well. He's already showed you he's long enough.
And Jonah Bolden.
So you went out and said, you know what? We're going to toughen up. We're going to, and Korsman, we're going to toughen up our wings. Yeah. We're not going to have these wings because we got to match up with that. But remember,
because we're tired of the process.
The one thing with Tatum, though, to your point, the one thing with Tatum coming out of Duke is you knew he could score.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be a question.
You know he could come in the league and drop 20. You just didn't think he was going to be as dynamic right away. But to your point, because he had to play so much so early instead of a couple minutes here behind Jaylen Brown.
I think if you're going to be mad,
Gordon Hayward.
He had more of a killer instinct than people thought as well.
That is true.
Like, I mean,
but
bottom line,
you
look at it right now. Even I think Fultz is going to be good. If you look back at that draft, you take Jason Tatum 1. But just because the dude showed that he can guard, everyone didn't think he could guard.
The great thing about
you know what?
I'm not
as high on Mitchell. I'm much higher on Tatum.
But guess what? The great thing about sports, though.
I like Donovan Mitchell.
Real quick, though. The great thing about sports, though, and young players.
It's not over. Yeah.
Folks can come out this year and you'd be like, oh, yeah, he's better. It could. I'm not saying it will, but that's the great thing about, like, I'm trusting in the process part of all these guys who sat out a year or whatever coming back and being ball players.
Well, that's a key word.
I feel like there's something to it. And whatever the reason was, some were injuries, some were, okay, we're just going to be cautious here because we don't have to win yet.
Right.
But you let guys get stronger and bigger and around the NBA game, and as soon as something goes wrong with a guy, you're like, you know what, let's just he'll be okay next year because we still have a guy coming back every year that's new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we can get away with it.
Well,
I think that's and I'm going to trust that part of it.
Well, that's a key word you said. Talking about the process again, because I think if you want to get annoyed with anything, take away the Villanova bias or the hatred, whatever you want. If you want to get annoyed, that's where you will get annoyed, right? Because he's the more ready of the player to come in right now and make an impact, I think. The other dude's possibly athletic. We know we acquired a pick that we thought we were going to get Kawhi or go star hunting, as they called it that night. You know what I mean? But since we didn't get anything, I think if you could rewind it, now you might not. I mean, the kid could turn out to be fantastic. I don't know. But if you rewind it, I'll take Bridges all day. He's most ready to play of the two guys.
I hear you. For us. No, but I hear you. But the pick,
I'm not looking future.
The pick is no bullshit, though. That's an unprotected first-round pick's a big fucking thing.
I understand.
And guess what? I think in the summer leagues, Zaire played better than Bridges
big time. He's garbage. I'm just saying,
he's looked really good the few times I got a chance to see him play because he's more athletic.
Yeah.
He can get to the rim better. He can still shoot the three. I've seen him pull up and hit some threes. Like, okay, that's a contested three. That's a good shot. Doesn't look weird. And I saw videos of Bridges, which is really weird because I'm right on the same boat.
I like Bridges better.
Me too. But then I watched videos right after, and there was like a hitch in his shot. It was so weird. And everybody's like, why does his shots take so long to get up? why is this shot taken so like in a video? And they're all like, oh, glad. And everybody's like, all the Sixers fans, glad we didn't take that.
Yeah.
We didn't want another shot issue. No, I'm not saying he does that. I know he didn't score for like 3 summer league games. So I was like, oh, what the hell? Is there something really wrong with his shot? Or is he
Zaire's shot looks like shit, though, too.
No, I'm not saying it looks pretty. You know what I mean? A lot of guys who come in, unless you're just a stroker.
No,
some
a lot of
who
guys
come
don't
in.
shoot well.
Yeah.
That's just usually you're athletic and you're not a very good shooter.
But
That's-
Bridges
that's
will D
usually
you
how it
up.
goes.
Bridges will D you up. He's physical out there. He was like, you know what I mean? He's still that
He's
need.
our kind of guy.
Yeah, like he was tough. You know, he's a winner. Like all them things. Like, but then you're right. When you get the unprotected, it's sort of like, fuck,
Sure.
you know. And I still get the wing type player.
Yeah.
And a guy who's younger.
And then you save $1 million.
Yeah, and a guy who's younger too. Maybe we'll take a chance here. And hopefully it pays off.
With
hopefully it does, because we need Zaire to fit in and be a good player.
Clay
I'm going to hop right
next
back
year.
onto the
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
But he doesn't
chat
need to be
that's
a
still
star.
going.
Well, no.
Which is
And
great.
just tell
Especially
Sean
if you got
Taylor.
the three-headed monster and Dario.
Yeah,
So there's
yeah.
not enough basketball to go around. So if he's an elite defender,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Sean Taylor.
Kobe stopper,
Sean
Kobe
Taylor's
stopper, Kobe
Sean
stopper.
Taylor's still going on
Oh,
here.
my God, he's
And
still-
dude, okay. John Wall is not better than Steph Curry. All right? Just flat out, we're just going to tell you straight up. Steph
debatable whether
Curry
he's better than Shaq
is
Curry.
way better than John Wall.
Yeah, it's not even
Way
comparison.
better. It's not even close.
They shouldn't even be allowed
They're
on the
not
same
even in the
list.
same fucking universe.
They're not even allowed at the same parties. You know what I'm saying? Like when they go to parties, John Wall's not allowed at Steph type parties.
John Wall's
Okay, let's be
barely
real.
He ain't
better.
on the guest list.
John Wall's
No.
barely better than Steph Curry.
Yeah. His teammate's better than him.
Stop.
His one teammate's better than him. Bradley Beal's better than he is.
Stop,
You want to get
stop
real?
sharing Marion Barry's crack pipe, all right? Walk away from it, all right? In the D.C. area, we know what's going on down there, all right?
Yeah,
walk away.
Mayor.
We
Walk
watched
away.
The Wire. We
Walk
watched The Wire. We know it goes around the Baltimore,
Walk
D.C.
away.
area.
Oh, that's great.
Kerry does snap back ankles, Deems. You guys are spot on. I mean, the family who's smart is really on point tonight. You know, and there's some that just
He's quicker and more agile than Curry. Would you stop, please?
TTP says, "Go to bed, fam. Go to bed." no, just put your head down. Stop watching sports for a minute. That's all.
He's way better at the entire game. He's a winner. What has John Wall ever done? We're going over. What has he ever done? He's an athlete. He started some fucking queer dance. Like what? What has he done? What has he done? Put it in the chat. What has he done? What has he done? Let me know.
Couldn't win at Kentucky.
Couldn't win ever. Couldn't win
With
anywhere.
a bunch of puppies. He's not even the best kid to come out of Kentucky, and there's not a lot of good people that come out of Kentucky.
When a
Anthony
guy's not
Davis
even
is
the
the
best
best.
player
Anthony
on
Davis.
when the guy's not even the best player on his own basketball team,
Or Boogie.
Can we stop the bullshit? Can we just stop the bullshit? Like he's not even the best player on his fucking team. So what are we talking about? Like come about me with guys who were at least the best player on their team. That's all. Come to me with them guys, and we'll throw them in fucking last and debate it all around and throw it around. That's your home team. It's bullshit. He's not even allowed to, like, you know what I mean? Bradley Beal's a better basketball player. That's fucking facts. If you watch any bit of basketball and don't just blow fucking highlight tapes. You know what I mean? It's facts. Christian Carroll finally in. That's a good way to welcome him.
The only
into
thing
the
John Wall
to the
might do
family.
better than Steph
Yeah,
Curry
you're
is
welcome.
play defense.
You're
That's
like,
it.
He's about time to get the comment on a show. Damn, he's the only guy who's not allowed to
CC?
comment on Facebook. He must
Hey, really?
have. He must have it on like a quiet mode or something. You took Boston 7 games. I hate past guys. You know, I hate guys that live like back there. Like, you know,
We
3
took
years
Boston
ago.
to 7 games. No one
3
gives
years
a
ago.
fuck.
3
What
years
does that
ago.
get you? It gets you nothing.
3 years ago, I was dropping
like
20
finish-
a night
it's
in a
like
YMCA gym.
It's like finishing
on.
4th in the Olympics. It gets you nothing. Gets you nothing.
People hate you when you go home. It doesn't get you anything. You go home to your country and you
Couldn't
actually
even
locked
get a
up.
bronze, you cunt.
The cunt word's been thrown around a couple times.
I've been heavy cunting today.
Have
Yeah.
you been heavy cutting?
Yeah.
Couple C-bombs getting dropped.
I said it yesterday, too, with that girl that you had to split on
Heavy
the
petting.
the girl that was doing the split
Oh,
on
yeah,
the,
you did call her one.
I
Yep.
said, she's probably cunt.
Yeah, you did. Oh, my God. I love Deems. Deems is shutting people up. TTP is. Mike Parker obviously does. The fam does.
Deems and TTP fucking sticking it to Taylor, fucking putting him deeper in the grave.
Why are you
How
worried?
many death comments can we make about Sean Taylor?
Listen, Kyle, why are you worried about not getting the 6 games last year? Like, look at this year. Look at the year coming up. If we're not better, I will fucking quit what I'm doing if guys are healthy. If guys are healthy and we ain't better than 52 wins, I will quit what I'm doing. If guys are healthy, I promise you that. I will quit it and hand this whole shit over to you if guys are healthy. If guys are healthy, it's a better basketball team. And that's fucking factual. If them 4 guys are healthy, this team's better. They go deeper into the playoffs. That's facts. That's facts. That's easy to say if they're all healthy. Right? That's 70. That's at least 70 games or more out of Joel Embiid. That's 70 or more out of Embiid, and everybody else got to play, 75, 76 up.
That's one of the B team morons. So.
Again, Sean Taylor.
Thanks for checking.
I like how you said. I love how this is. It's great how these are Sixers fans I'm talking to. Like, you guys have a better point guard. We do.
We do. Welcome, Welcome to the jungle, baby.
The mental midget is a better point guard than John Wall.
Who, Fultz?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably is.
I don't know if he is.
We'll get cute. We're going to get cute.
Ben definitely is.
TTP's leaving because people are jackasses. TTP, come back. We'll
TJ McConnell's definitely a better point guard than
he's leaving because Sean Taylor said, this has been fun. He said, bye.
Bye, Sean. Bye, Sean.
See you,
It's
Sean.
been fun. Thanks for spiking things up, brother. Good luck, but not good luck. You know how that goes.
Go back 6 feet deep, Sean. We'll see you.
Dude, I mean, if guys are healthy, that's not a scapegoat, bro. That's fucking facts, Kyle. That's not a scapegoat to say if guys are healthy. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say, well, if guys aren't healthy, this team's better than last. What the fuck does that mean? They need to be healthy to be better than last year. That's how it works. That's how the game works. It's not being a scapegoat. That's how you do
I think they're going to be awesome.
Thank you.
Listen, JoJo's a freak.
I give you a lot of scapegoat shit I've done in my
Ben's got
time.
a year
That's
under
not a
his
scapegoat.
belt. He's going to get even better. These guys are all going to get better. They're young. They're going to get better. Like they said, it's going to be us in Boston in the East. All right, you can have weirdos like Sean Taylor here out of the grave telling us that Washington's going to be in it. They're not. Okay, so I would say Milwaukee is higher than Washington at this point. Would you agree? In the East, Milwaukee's above Washington.
Anytime you got
basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's a lot of East.
Anytime you got spelling bee, he's that much of a difference.
Yeah, I would think so too. I think Chicago's on the rise. They got a bunch. I mean, I don't know where they're going to all fit, but they got a bunch of young talent. Now they're acquiring young talent in Chicago.
Who's young and talented?
You don't like their point guard? Because I do a lot.
Zach LaVine?
No, not Zach LaVine.
No, Don.
I mean,
they
Chris Dunn. Yeah, but you match Zach LaVine, which was a ridiculous offer.
But you know what? I mean, Zach LaVine is athletic, but I agree. And then you get Jabari Parker
and then you
score.
Gave Jabari Parker $40 million.
It's a lot, but people get a lot of money in the NBA. I mean, I agree
with
you.
The Bulls.
But they got guys that can score now. So LaVine and Parker can both score.
And the kid they drafted.
from Arizona.
Yeah, I like that kid. So
marketing is straight.
Lauri Markkanen is very good. Yes.
So I mean, I feel like they're like. I mean, they're not there, but I'm saying I think Washington is dropping.
No, there's no question. Until they get rid of John Wall, ironically, they're in a tank because John Wall and Bradley Beal can't play with each other.
Here we go, Chris and Carroll.
They're better without him on the court.
Since he hasn't been
they're
able to
better
comment.
with what's the other guy? Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre playing John Wall's kind of role with Bradley Beal being the star.
Yeah.
They're better.
Absolutely.
Chris and Carroll, since he hasn't been able to comment forever, what do you guys think about picking up Korver? No, his defense sucks, but it's still, if we're down 12, he could get us back in with some clutch threes.
You don't like Korver move?
We already have JJ.
You would be that guy. Korver's there's nothing wrong with bringing in.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with bringing in a vet that's going to play 10 to 12 minutes a game.
Give you some offense.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. Guys been there.
Am I going to say no? But I'm saying like I already have
JJ.
JJ.
Bayless, babe. It's not for you know what I mean.
I got you.
Let's lock in. Let's lock in. You know what I mean?
I'm locked in.
It's upgrade. It's upgrade.
Okay.
For a guy who can't play. But it's an upgrade when you get a guy who can flat out stroke.
Sure.
Yeah, he can stroke. He's one of the best fucking three-point shooters in NBA history.
Yeah.
And that's just fact.
And that's just numbers.
I think he's 4th overall in three-point makes and 5th overall in percentage.
So when I can trade a crumb and a hand problem, because he's always got a bad hand, that's a done deal. That's not even a question.
So I can't have an opinion?
No, you can, but that's not like it's not like we're trading special.
No, I never said that.
Well, so why would you not want him then? It's just an upgrade to get a vet.
Just doesn't move the dial for
Yeah,
me.
I'm just like,
man. I shouldn't. Like, I'm not gonna go fucking. I'm not gonna go screaming and yelling because we got him. I'm not that excited.
Like,
but
in crunch time, it's gonna be JJ. It's not gonna be Kyle.
No, but I know. But when I can get rid of a crumb for a guy who can at least play, I'll just do it. That's why I'm like, okay, why would you not want it? You know, that's how I look at it. It's a guy who doesn't play,
and it's a guy that's been there before. He's got experience. He's been in the league for years. You can always help mentor young guys. I'm always for bringing in a vet that's got experience in the playoffs. And like I said, one of the great best three-point shooters in NBA history. Now, is he going to play much defense? No. Is he going to play much at all? Probably not.
Kyle, who bashed us in the city? And I must have missed it. Somebody bashed us in the city.
Sean Taylor, probably.
I don't know. He could have. Whatever. So
who's Nitro Freak?
Kyle.
Why is his name Nitro Freak?
I don't know. You got to ask him that. I don't answer man's questions.
Sounds gay.
Maybe he's a WCW fan. That's from our top-notch producer over there.
The Wayback Machine.
Yeah, hitting on the way back. He seems like he's too young for that.
Yes.
The network.
Oh,
did.
so I wanted
the Hollywood Hogan days.
I got a Philly stat here. I wanted to read to you guys. So, first team's 500 or better, 32.
Oh, you saw that? You saw that? I was trying to take a picture of it tonight.
I actually got a picture for once.
Cool.
First team's 500 or better, they're 32 and 26. All right, not bad. First team's below 500, 22-17. Oh, and actually 23-17 because they won today. Games remaining versus teams 500 or better, 24. First teams below 500, 41.
Well, that's nice.
So it matches up for them to, if they play to these numbers, that they're in really good shape to win a division.
But it's a number guy, so.
But it shows you, he'll love this. he went 6 at midnight for this one. But what I liked is first team 500 or better for a young team to be 32 and 26. I'm like, okay. I didn't think it would be that. When I saw it, I didn't expect that.
No, because we had a really good that long run of tough games. We went 500.
Yeah, and that's the frustrating part about this team at times is like game one. You can't hit Tyson Ross. You know what I mean? Like you can't hit Tyson Ross. Like you play at times you play down to the competition, and then versus good teams you play up to them. And that's the frustrating because you've seen them play very well, and then you see the duds that you drop against the Marlins.
He's a trading chip, though.
Yeah.
Bite your tongue. I agree with you, but I mean he's somehow he's a trading
Nolan's
chip.
last start
His
against
name
the
is
Marlins. That was a dud. You know what I mean? Nolan one hits him after the first inning through 6, and you can't score.
Yeah. Well, they just hit that some. Well, we can't hit.
The numbers are identical.
We can't hit.
The numbers are identical.
We can't hit. Our hitting
Strikeouts
is the fact that we're over 10 games over 500 and we can't hit the fucking baseball is astonishing. Who's our lead? We don't have anybody hitting 280, do we? Nobody.
Doable.
No, he's not. 279, I think.
He went under today.
Yeah.
I think he's 279. Means we have no one on the team hitting 280. That's amazing. It's almost. I bet you there's not another team in the league that has that. I guarantee it.
No, he's
That's
280.
in first place for sure.
He's 280 exactly.
Okay. So he leads the team at 280. So no one's hitting over 280.
Dude, the next close guy, Caesar, 271, and it's not good from there. You know what I mean? It's
no one's even close after that.
Like the only guy who's like
Hoskins, 240?
Hoskins is in the 40s.
Kingery's 237.
I mean, we got guys that are not they're driving runs in, which is all good, but
Alfaro's 250.
we're still not losing enough balls either. We got to hit more homers.
And hopefully,
what we also don't do is we don't drive gaps very well either. You don't see a lot of doubles. A lot of triples.
No, like you said, at 38-year-old Asdrubal,
the home runs.
38-year-old Asdrubal Cabrera would come right now, and he would be leading the team in average, doubles, and homers. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's called instant offense, all right? We don't really have it.
We don't have any.
Two guys, really.
Well,
two
but
guys
I'm saying,
like,
okay.
Yeah.
We've been pitching the shit out of the ball.
That's the ability to leave the yard.
Yeah.
Like he said, drive the ball, extra base hits, all right, steal a bag.
Yep.
Right,
we can steal a bag.
Well, that's why I would,
we have a good
because you look at the
we don't get on base.
If you look at the home runs, right, for the team, like the leaders, Dubel 17, Hoskins 16, Santana 15. Then you got actually Nick at 11, and then Caesar has 8, and Alfaro has 6. Alfaro's hit the ball well as of late, though.
Yeah, he's been
all right.
Has.
But
Kingery's been good as of late.
You look
too.
at it, and you're like,
been hitting a lot.
I'm just missing like one bat in there. You know what I mean? You look at it.
No, we need a bat.
And you really look at it, you're like, man, if I just had a guy like 22 in here, batting 300, like, how much better would that, would all these numbers look? Like, if a Dubel and Hoskins didn't have to carry you, how much better could you be?
And
you know what I mean?
that's
they
the guy
have
we
to
just
carry
lost that on.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's just funny because it's like,
I think those are exact numbers, like 308, 22.
It's just like,
but for the situation
it's so much pressure on
you're in,
Hoskins and a Dubel to hit. It's tough.
But being a year early in the situation you're in, there's second and third tier guys that will fit that bill. AKA a Moustakas or somebody, like even a Beltray. We know he's older, but it's still an upgrade, So those guys are second and third tier guys. They're going to make your team better, and for what it's worth this year, right? Because even Manny, like we said, it's baseball. We get that. Anything's possible, but let's be realistic. Even with Manny, you were still climbing big times hill. It helps to pencil him into the 3-hole every day. All right, but you were still climbing, Mount Everest.
Yeah, no, for sure.
How did Dubel hit that ball out today?
No, what Michael Jack was laughing about it.
I mean, that ball was like in the dirt. I missed the homer.
I said your son homered.
I know, but I just missed. I jumped in the shower for 2 seconds because I wanted to watch the rest of the game.
We brought up a name earlier, though,
that it was 1-0 until I said
that I'm in love with again, and that's Chris Archer.
I'll be all over that name.
I didn't realize.
He's no lefty, though. But I hear you. Arch's got great stuff.
I got you, but
and get it
I
out of
didn't
the
realize,
AL East.
I didn't realize until the bow tie said it today. He is under control for 4 years, 4 more years. Like, that's some ridiculous control right there at a decent clip. Because, the
Who
Rays.
is his agent?
You
Willy Wonka?
Yeah.
Jesus Christmas.
But, like, the Rays signed him, so they were going to sign him for big money.
Yeah.
I'm going to spit that out. I got to hold that one in.
And speaking of lefties, I mean, if we're going to go now, go.
I got a
Bell.
golden ticket.
I don't spit, Rob, if that's what you're looking at. But, yeah.
He's a swallower. That's everyone
But
knows
if you're
that.
looking for a younger
Everybody
guy,
knows he swallows.
But I like that name too. But I'm saying, like, Willie, to Willie's point, if you want to go left-handed, Schnell's sitting in there in the lane. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead and make some moves for that. You know what I mean?
You got
you're gonna have to give some stuff.
You got
out.
almost offer that same package for Manny to get Snell.
No, definitely. Definitely. I don't even know if they want to move Snell, but I'm thinking, like, guys where we don't have to give top prospects. There's guys available. Guys
He's
you can
young
go
enough
get.
where he's young enough
J.A.
where
Happ,
he might be a
Danny
proven,
Duffy,
he's a proven guy, though. Once again, we're
Cole.
talking about prospects,
Like these guys,
we're more looking at the lineup,
I
though,
hear you.
aren't we? Though I mean, we're more looking for like a move.
Yeah, but we need a lefty. We need a lefty starter, dude. You can't not have a lefty.
I don't
going
disagree
down,
with you.
Going down the stretch.
I
here.
said the same thing with you. I'm just saying we
and
need
Pivetta needs to be moved to the bullpen.
Yeah. No shit. So why not?
So bring a lefty.
Give me Hamels and Moustakis.
You should be blowing up the Royals. You should be blowing up Drayton Moore's phone. You know what I mean? Looking for a package. Duffy, Moustakis. What's it going to take?
Duffy, Moustakis, or Duffy, Merrifield.
Franco, you want a prospect, Franco?
Duffy, Merrifield, or Duffy, Moustakis. One of them guys, because they can both play any kind of infield position you want. Really,
Merrifield plays the outfit everywhere.
Yeah, Merrifield can play anywhere.
Awesome.
I like Witt.
Yeah.
Good player.
Who would you rather have?
And they stink. You can get anybody from that team.
Yeah.
Who would you rather have, Moose or him?
Well, Moose is more pure
Moose is
third
more
base.
power.
Yeah.
And pure
more
third
power.
base. Witt can play second, third, outfield. Play wherever you want him.
I heard an interesting one.
And he's a better hitter. He's a better average hitter, but
And-
not power-wise.
To your point with Jay Happ, go to Toronto. Would you be interested in A, Donaldson, B, Solarte, and then C, Jay Happ as like a package deal? Like all three of them to come in. Donaldson, if he could show that he's healthy.
If Donaldson can be
and then
healthy, I love Donaldson.
Solarte can kind of fill in those, play shortstop 3 days a week, play second base once, kind of that utility guy, and then you get your lefty.
Yeah.
And it probably won't
what the hell's
cost you
his
a lot.
name? Young Gervis?
Ever
Solarte?
Ever since the launch angle thing, he's pulled everything in his back. He just can't. He can never stay healthy. So it's just that's what happens. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if he could, stay upright, yeah, sure. I mean, it's not a bad idea. But yeah, I think that's where they should be in the process of trying to package deals. There's teams with lefties and there's teams with, with an infield, corner guy that we can use, big bat, in the middle of the lineup that are out of it, way out of it right now.
Yeah, Parker says Moose and Duffy together. Let's go.
Yeah,
I think everybody's in on that. You want to do?
How about a guy like
we got 8 minutes, so you want to do? You want to do questions last 5?
How do you feel about Sano? I mean, Twin set him down. I'm just saying, like maybe a change of scenery. I don't know. Not a great defender at all.
No,
I mean, don't get me wrong. But
Kapapia, I heard he's strong. They did just move him back up to AAA. He was down in A.
Oh yeah.
They dropped him down to A ball.
They
gave him they gave him the Roy Halladay right on down to A ball. That's what happened to Roy in Toronto. He got sent all the way down to A ball.
Yeah.
All right, let's run through the questions. 7 minutes. We'll hammer them out. We could have did 5 and 5. That would have been funny.
5 and 5.
Yeah.
Like that.
That would be good. You know what I mean?
5 questions, 5 minutes.
Yeah, we should be smarter than that.
It's tough for us to do that. We get going.
I know, but we get quick. We're smart too. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying I'm not smart.
Well,
I don't know how smart you are. But.
Well, I was confirming that you were smart for the fucking people, but now I take it back. You know what I mean? That's all I was saying. I thought the people already knew about me.
Taking it back.
I don't know if they knew about you.
They absolutely did. Ask around. We'll do a poll on that. All right, now we're at 5 and 6. All right, yeah. No, we're still 7. I got to talk right
Got to talk it down a little bit.
Go ahead.
With these questions, we can actually do it rapid fire style if you want. Rattle them off.
Well, then let's fire, babe.
All right,
Wilson's
number
gotta
1.
Fire out his ass.
Andrew Luck will reportedly have 0 limitations at training camp this year. Will he resurrect his career?
If
Yes.
he has no limitations, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Andrew Luck's a very good quarterback. I expect the Colts to be good this year.
Yeah,
If he's on the field,
if
they're
he's
good.
playing, they'll be good.
Yeah, he's proven that he can do it at the highest level. He's an absolute pimp. It was you're a quarterback, so the shoulder is it's everything. You know what I mean? So there just wasn't they misdiagnosed it or whatever they said, and it was a circus, which we know the Colts are.
Jim
Irsay is a circus.
Typical.
He's the leader.
Yeah, we know
I
him.
expect their defense is still an issue over there, but if he's healthy, he'll score points. They'll be in games and they'll be all right.
Oh, yep. And he ran overseas to get it done, too. You know what I mean? He said, fuck this shit. Yep, I'm going to the smarter people. I'm out of here. Motherfuckers, my money ain't that guaranteed. You know what I mean? That's what he was saying. Think about it. I'm speaking for him.
I like it. I'm speaking for him.
Jim popping pills in the fucking car and drinking fucking whiskey.
Popping Molly, popping Molly, now he's sweating.
Might not be a bad idea. I mean, poor Soprano went Thursday with chest pains. They released him on Friday. He died today.
Yes.
I mean, come on, do your job.
Tony Soprano.
Man, what are we doing? No wonder guys are going overseas. I'm just saying. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. There's no way something didn't pop up. God.
Apparently not.
I know.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
He wears sunglasses inside.
Kyle says Luck is a top 5 quarterback if healthy. Yep, agreed.
Yeah, he's really good.
Agreed. Robbie, next one.
This next one comes right off this article I read on NBCSports.com. Does the Kawhi Leonard acquisition make the Raptors legit contenders, or will he be flipped?
I don't think he plays.
Well, I
don't think he's going to even play.
Yeah,
I think they're going to trade him to LA for LA's Young package.
Me too.
And then the Raptors are going to start rebuilding with Young.
Yep. Done deal.
That's what I think is going to happen. Because
he
don't want to be in Toronto. We all know that. And if you traded the fucking face of your franchise, the most games, most points, the guy that actually signed an extension to stay in fucking Toronto, okay, and you trade him for 1 year of Kawhi Leonard, then that's the dumbest move I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why they got to flip him.
They almost have to. Like
You see how
he might not even report.
Or if
we
he,
know he's a scumbag.
Or
you know he's a scumbag.
He might not go.
Maybe
Good chance he doesn't go.
Maybe
you don't even get the
their
passport.
GM talks to him and they say,
I
okay,
ain't getting the passport.
all right, we he's gonna play, and they come out and they don't play well first a couple months, then they deal him at the break. Because there's no way they're going to have a mediocre season with him and then watch him leave and get nothing. There's no way.
Dude, I think.
And if they do, they should fire everyone and they should just fold the franchise.
We did the math.
No more Canada.
We did the math from 60 days from Wednesday's show. We did the math because that's when they could be allowed to trade him.
Yeah,
again.
60 days, yeah.
And it's before the season starts and all that. So it still would match up to being able to get rid of him before the season even started.
Yeah, I just think it's too much. It's too deep a thinking for them to think that they were going to get him and then move him. I think they were hoping, because if you were going to do that, if you're going to, you can send DeRozan. I know that the talent's not there. I get it, but if you can send DeRozan to LA and still get some guys, and you didn't have to go around this whole thing and have this guy be a baby and stuff. I don't know. You know what I mean? They're two different players. I get that.
Spidey would have good one here on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's got more years than Kawhi.
Yep.
Sean Taylor said, "You Philly guys, you Philly guys kill me." And Mike Parker said, "We can't kill you, Sean. You're already dead." Spidey!
Next one, Rob. We got 3 minutes. Now we're running out of time and questions.
Well, since we've been on the air, we had the All-Star break with the game and, more importantly, the Home Run Derby. How did you feel about the Derby consisting of 7 NLers and 1 ALer? Does it defeat the purpose between NL versus AL in the Home Run Derby, or could you care less?
I guess you just want the best guys.
But I'd rather have guys that want to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 7-1.
If you're going to force guys to do it, they're not going to be into it. You know?
Yeah,
so
true.
I tell you know what though, I love one of the only upgrades that they've done that actually worked is I love the Home Run Derby format now.
Yeah.
The head-to-head format and with the time is way better than what they had before. Way better.
100%.
It's much more exciting. How about what's
440,
Bregman coming down to the last one? The last
times.
He didn't hit one in 40 seconds.
Dude, fucking crazy.
He didn't want to tie it. He was just gassed,
Harper hits. I thought it was over. Harper hits 9 in the last 40 seconds. Shit was crazy. That was actually really really good.
That's how they got to do it.
Really good.
Next one, Robbie.
With the quote-unquote second half of the MLB season underway, are there too many games before the break? There's something like 90 for average teams, 90 games before the break and 72 after. Are there too many scheduled before the break?
Well, I think it's just how you got to do it.
Yeah, it's just how baseball is. It's
Yeah, but
162 games. Where are you going to hide them? And then you're going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you saw what happened that one year when it went into November. You know, Jeter was Mr. November.
They don't want to go.
You can't.
That was because of 9/11. But they don't. You don't want to go. They don't want to go too deep in the late October, early November, because then it gets too cold to play baseball.
Gotcha.
Then you're playing World Series in what's not baseball weather,
But
which is not what you want.
How you
know?
started this season as well, though.
Yeah, exactly. But maybe next year they can try to. I like them starting earlier, but it sucks for Northeast. But maybe you can do something where all the Northeast teams kind of play in the South for the first week and a half, which sucks. You don't have your home opener for a week and a half, but it's better than having games snowed out.
A lot of the teams, and you think about the majority of the teams that are good this year that will be in the playoffs are from this side. You know what I mean? Where cold weather.
Baseball's,
you know what I mean? New York, Boston, Cleveland, Philly, Cubbies, whatever. They're all cold.
If some of these teams up here over the next, let's say 5-10 years, that teams will be looking for new stadiums. Okay, it's usually every 20, but it's for teams that have had it for a few minutes.
25. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like all North teams have to get the roofs. Just get the roof. Just when you build your new one, retractable. And so it's beautiful out, you keep it open. But now, if you come into the situation where you got to play in fucking 40-degree weather, you don't have to worry about cancellations. You don't have to worry about squeezing everything in.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, we got to do this now.
I don't know what that should be a requirement.
You can play it.
You should
Arizona has it. It's fantastic. Even if Milwaukee has it.
It's great.
Even if it's not,
Never miss a game.
You don't
Never
have
get rained
you
out.
don't have to have the roof open. No. I mean, you don't have to have it closed. Just if it's raining, you close them.
Close
it. Ain't hard.
Or if it's 40 degrees
maybe,
out, you
maybe
close
it's 110, you close it.
I don't know, 24-hour wind. Close it.
Surprising, it does take a while because New Seattle has it, and they were saying, like they know on a day when it's cloudy or something, they shut it because it's one of those things where you're like, oh shit, we can't in the first inning, can't just hit a button. It's a pain in the balls.
Well, I'm sure it takes like an hour because some crazy shit, but
still, you just want it. You know what I mean? You just want to be able to be like during the day, like, oh, listen, man, we got a chance. We got a 90% chance here, or shit, we got a 40% chance.
It's
close
like
the
yesterday.
bitch.
We knew it was going to rain.
Close the fucking door.
Everyone knew it was going to rain yesterday. You could have woke up yesterday, close it, and then play the
everybody's playing baseball. It's common. You got all
Makes
this fucking money.
Makes too much sense to be true.
Yeah, you got all this fucking money.
I'd love it for DFS. That'd be excellent.
For everything.
Never get cancellations, have to sub out. Man, they'd swap.
Even though I'd been fucked tonight, I lost money.
Yeah, dude, as much as we love to play, much as we love baseball and we love to play it, double headers they're brutal. I mean, when you play 162 games,
let's play two.
I mean, that's grueling, man.
Well, how about this? You know what I mean? You can.
I don't even like going to double headers.
If everybody had
they cut the beer like third inning and second game. There's no fun to even be there.
If everybody had the domes and all that shit, right? If everybody had retractables, and all that, right? You could really do the All-Star break a little longer too for guys. You could give the All-Star break, say, a full week after the All-Star game. And
they do kind of make it longer now. It used to be.
Well, say you can make it a little longer and just give that because guys talk about like, does their hands feel better when they come back, like stupid shit. You know what I mean? So if you can give it, say, a week and a half for guys, and they get a real full of like just a body to chill and come back. Hey, we got 70 something less. Let's go. Because now you can do that. You don't have to worry about November.
There's ways to do it, and he's worried about Trout instead of just worrying about doing his job. You know what I mean? The Cubs-Cardinals played on Thursday. I mean, was that necessary? I mean, that's one more day. I'm saying that's one more day.
Was that because they had a rain out?
No, he played a doubleheader yesterday.
I know, but I'm saying, was there a rain out earlier in the year?
I mean, probably.
Because I thought they did away with, because it used to be that some teams would come back Thursday, but then the last couple of years they did away with it. And everyone was off till Friday. Except for this year, there was one game Thursday, which made no sense to me. I didn't get it.
You know what I mean? And
but I won money on it. So I was cool with it. You know what I mean? Because I had Carpenter went 5 and 5.
And you do it where you do it the week and the week before.
White hot.
The week before you play Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Matt Carpenter helped me.
Sunday's
in my Survivor,
nothing.
Big time.
Or Sunday could be the Derby or whatever, and then you got the game after that or whatever.
And then give them a week.
Yeah, well they do the
the
futures game Sunday, right?
And then I'm saying if you just want to give it a longer, you can.
If you all
can extend it to a week if you figured it out.
You could be like, you know what? We all got domes up here, retractables. Hey, you know what? We'll change the All-Star break to 2-week little hiatus, and guys come back. You could under them circumstances. I'm just making
too long.
No, it is. But I'm just saying, like, you go far with it and be like, all right, we'll give it. I don't want it as a fan. But
I was going to say there's no sports at all.
But no, you give them a full. You give
So
them
only-
a full week and a
it
half.
used to be
though,
before
10
they gave
days, 10
before they
days.
gave that Thursday off. There used
Just
to be
so guys that
the
are
only
playing
2
get a
days
full week. You know what I mean? I'm
of
looking
the
out for the guys
calendar
who are
year
playing.
where
They're your
there's
best
no
players,
4 major
essentially.
sports are the day before
So
they
if
are
I
also
give them guys a full week, the guy like I'm looking for the guys who actually are playing in the game, right? If I can give 10 days and give them guys a full week off, you know what I mean? That's what I'm looking at because they're what matters. They're paying your bills. They're the best players in the game. If I give them a full week down,
But they're still going to hit every day.
no, they
I mean,
will.
not some of them. I'm saying not every day, but it'll take the first 2 days, and then they got to come back. It's a timing sport. You know what I mean? Where your body's not getting beat up. You're not playing the game, so
Yeah,
you're right. I get that, but you're never going to be off. You know what I mean? Unless you want to be good at your craft, you can't take 5 days off and then face the ground. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'm not saying they're sitting down. I'm just saying the body gets a little breather.
Yeah.
That's all. There's a body breather.
Absolutely.
All right. Another question, or was that it?
Last one, sticking with baseball. Agree or disagree, as always. Wrap up the show. Got about a minute or two. Baseball, would it be better off with a universal DH?
No. I hate the fucking DH.
Agree or disagree?
I'd like to remove the DH from the AL, but they'll never happen. They're
The
gonna
opposite's
they're gonna end.
perspective,
They're
love
gonna
it.
make it.
I like it.
Oh my God.
Vote no
I mean,
on
I
DH.
understand the pureness of it, and I
That's right.
love the strategy. I get that. If baseball was played the way it should be, then I would have no problem with it. The only thing you're talking about, the only difference we're talking about is the double switch. That's it. Because nobody rolls the ball anymore. So what the fuck's the difference? I mean, the pitcher will bunt. All right. There's a lot of guys that have been getting hurt and stuff. To me, it's an extra job. You know, it's an extra job for guys, which doesn't affect us. I'm just saying. You know,
No, I hear you.
It's an extra job.
Yeah,
but
I
I do
the
like the
DH.
pureness of it. I love the end. I'm an NL guy,
Yeah.
so I hear.
I
you.
hate
You know,
I
like-
hate the DH, but it's gonna happen because they want more runs to be scored. They
Well,
want
and
they
the-
want
Yeah, no, I
the
hear you.
pitchers not to be batting.
Yeah.
They want all that to happen. So
I
it's
just
gonna
want it to
happen.
be uniform, like to Robbie's question. So, I mean, I do like the NL, but I don't like then just make one, whether it's yes or no, everybody should be one way. I don't know why. It's,
simple.
It's baseball, you know. Same thing with,
And if
college
you want
football
more
and
runs
stuff. Like,
scored,
oh,
then
1 foot
they
in,
work on
why?
the shift.
Yeah.
Take the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like take the shift out.
Ralphie D to end it says, I'm here. Just got back from the hospital. Lonzo had his baby. I'm a fucking uncle. You're such a fucking pro. You're such a fucking pro. That's why I started dying laughing
Probably
because I read
yours.
that.
It's probably yours.
Fucking Ralphie's
They
head first.
artificially inseminate you, did they, Ralph? Huh? You're like Arnold in that movie.
Uncle
He was-
Ralphie.
Ralphie's been carrying little Lonzo. If it's a girl, Lonzel.
Well, that's how you come back after a couple weeks, boys. So, good
That
work.
is. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Right, we'll come over top, Daddy. Listen, thank you all. We love you. Listening, tons of great fucking comments.
We're going to start getting into the
You
NFL
guys
real soon, boys.
NFL's right around the
Real
block.
soon.
And you guys absolutely murdered Sean Taylor for the second time in his career. They did
Yes.
great things tonight.
He's officially murdered twice now.
Agree, disagree. A2D Radio. Tom Renone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Greg
Yeah.
Milwakovic, Robbie Povs on the ones and twos, and Gibson Mayer sponsoring every Sunday. Find them on the web, gibsonmayer.com. We out.
Tails come back next week.
Look for the Phils to make a couple moves this week.
Yep, 9 days. Let's go.